Hello and welcome.
Hello.
We are back in the good old Minecraft. Honestly, I did not get a chance to do more mining off stream. Oopsie doopsies. The wife is feeling much better.
Hello.
She had a home cooked meal, and that has helped apparently. So, yay! But yeah, gonna do some more Minecraft, nice and chill. Tomorrow's probably going to be Deep Rock Galactic or Skull, both of which had very big updates. So I'm looking forward to trying them.
And then Saturdays.
And then Saturday is the wife with art. Oh yeah, art. Art hype, art hype, art hype. Other than that, mostly been pretty chill. Oh, apparently, one of the showrunners for Rick and Morty is up on domestic violence charges. It's one of those trending now kind of things.
Lovely.
I'm not sure, because, like, I always kind of conflate the Rick and Morty stuff with the one voice actor guy, who I don't know if he's also the showrunner kind of thing. But
Isn't there like two main guys?
the one that does the scientist Rick.
Justin Roiland, yeah, the voice of Morty. I see it trending right now.
So, oh, the voice of Morty is the one that's being...
Yeah, Justin Roiland has been charged with one count of domestic battery. One count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud, and deceit. What the fuck?
He threatened someone to stay in place. But, like, I always, especially because...
He's the co-creator.
Yeah. Heyo! Yeah, you know, I always, like, the one voice actor for Rick, like, part of what he did was, like, he does drink sometimes for doing those things. Obviously not all the time, but, like, you know, that can lead to problems, obviously. But, yeah, it's apparently like a just happening kind of thing. I was seeing it while we were watching a movie. So that's a bit of a bummer. You know, it's one of those open secret kind of things.
He also sold NFT art.
What?
He released 2 NFT projects.
Well, he sure kept himself quiet on that one, didn't he?
Yeah, apparently over the course of 3 years. I wanted to see what he did. But it doesn't look, it just says what he's accused of, not necessarily actual things.
You know, a lot of the times it's like, you know, this is a open secret kind of thing, which is never really
How much power do you have to get before you turn either to a racist or like a domestic violence person or a pedophile, I swear. I ain't got no power, so I can't do nothing.
Hey, how's it going, Tommy? Yeah, that's part of the thing is, like, these folks just kind of get like that real fast. Especially because, like, you know, multiple shows. Like, because Rick and Morty blew up so much, there's now, you know, multiple shows and that video game and, like, all kinds of stuff. So, you know, it would be like the Family Guy, Seth Green or whatever. Be like if he turned out to be a shitty person too. No one would really be surprised.
Oh yeah, someone's saying, man, this sucks for the people on the show too.
Yep. We're doing good. Wifey is feeling much better, and I worked today, and otherwise I've just been pretty chill. Yeah, that's, you know, a lot of people, you know, it's not just the one asshat. A lot of people work on things, especially in animation and stuff, and so if one moron decides to light himself on fire, it really hurts everybody. Doing Minecraft, I'm going to try and get a little more science up and running, and then dive whole hog into occultism.
When they were talking, one thing I was listening to about Tim Schafer, the guy from Nickelodeon, who's supposedly like harassed as actresses and stuff like that, or the guy who runs Pixar, who made like the Cars movies and stuff, and how he like was inappropriate with his female workers too.
Of course.
They pointed out that firing that person would probably make them take all their people with them, and it would put a lot more people out of business. So it's just easier to be like, we disagree with this or hide it, than it is to actually get rid of them. And most people don't care about animation, so it doesn't really matter, unfortunately, in the like larger media.
Yeah, but you know, honestly, like, I wholeheartedly disagree with that, because if they're the kind of person who, knowing what that person does, supports them then you don't want them around either. And like, yeah, you would lose a bunch of higher up people, but the higher up people aren't the ones doing the work anyways. The people who are being harassed and threatened are.
I mean, you say that, but think about what happened on Sausage Party, where people were like just dropped off because they weren't getting paid enough, and then they didn't get their names in the credits, so they couldn't put that on their resume. So they basically lost out on literal like years of animation work.
Yeah, there was a
like you can't do anything about that when you're just like on the team and you're basically at the whims of these guys. So is it better, as I'm saying, like obviously I think like get rid of the guy. I am not saying this is the right thing to do, obviously. I'm just saying from this company's point of view,
right,
it is better to keep that weird abusive fetish person in and keep all those jobs and keep your IPs going than it is to get rid of them and get rid of their IPs and get rid of their projects and lose all those people who will also get no money and will probably riot.
Yeah, there's actually on that subject, there is because like how WB has done a bunch of cancellations and stuff, right?
On the upside, Andrew Tate loses appeal to end detention in Romania.
Yeah, they also took all of his cars. But like there's been a lot of talk because of all the WB and all that kind of stuff, all the cancellations and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And
Netflix canceled a few too.
Yeah, well, they canceled Daredevil, which was doing very good and stuff like that. And part of the thing that is starting to come up about that is because like a bunch of the actors guilds and stuff, their contracts are coming up, so they're going to be negotiated again soon.
Yeah. Is that why there's so many cancels now, just in general?
Partly because like WB and Discovery merged, and so immediately
so you're gonna drop a bunch of crap.
They dropped a bunch of crap because one side spent a bunch of money and the other side wants a huge amount of tax write-off.
Yeah.
And so that's why they're doing a lot of the canceling, even though that makes no sense because now you're betting that the amount that you're writing off for taxes is more than you would have made off of actually finishing the projects, which some of them were arguably finished. They just didn't want to like do the last mile and actually put them out.
Even if animation does well, though, it's not very financially viable. That's why, reality shows do so well because they're so much damn cheaper.
I mean, arguably, we don't know if they are financially viable because they keep doing stupid crap.
Yeah. And,
just binging them. But
and it's also run by old dudes who still think cartoons are just for kids.
Yeah, but getting back on topic, so they're talking about that basically what they're going to do is start arguing for, you can shit can this when it's done, like you keep doing, because tax write-off kind of thing. But now you're going to have to start having big fees and fines because, like you said, those people spent years of their life on that, and now magically it's gone. Like with the Batgirl thing, that shit was done. So those actors put in that time, those workers put in that time, and now basically they would have to have nothing, which is not fair and not correct. And so they're saying that, like, as part of the negotiations, they might tie that in, like fees and fines and stuff like that for doing that kind of crap, and we might have another writer's strike because of it. Which, like, that it's been a hot minute since there's been a big writer's strike like that, but the last time it happened was absolutely devastating to media as a whole at the time. So people are...
You could track it directly along with Dr. Horrible's sing-along, because it was written during it by those writers.
Yeah, so, like, arguably that's going to be a real big deal, and everyone's really just chomping at the bit to see it, because we're seeing a lot of this just stupid corporate, like, just monumentally incompetent corporate, out-of-touch stuff happening. It's happening with D&D, it's happening with WB, it's just... It's kind of the last gasps of that kind of, like, we should have all of the power and all of the money for doing nothing.
Yep.
And we're seeing that now.
It's a bunch of rich people who do not care about the people they hurt. They just care about the investors being like, oh boy, our number go up forever, which it can never physically do.
Yeah, it's that really short-sighted. And even with that, like, investors will never be on your side, no matter how much you make number go up, because there is a not insignificant portion of the investors who want it to go up way more than it could possibly.
Yeah.
There is a not insignificant number of the investors who want number to go down. So they are actively betting against you, and anything they say...
to make their number go up.
Yeah, and so anything they say might actually be there to hurt you. They might be directly demanding something they know is stupid and wrong, because then your number go down and company go bad, but their number go up. So it's that kind of just clownish old school behavior that is really on its last gasps, and we're seeing that. You know, like right now, Hasbro with Wizards of the Coast. Hasbro is like the biggest, you know, like them and Mattel are like the two big names in toys. So saying that D&D is under-monetized is only because they're just not putting shit out.
Yeah.
Like, I actually had to look up, like, because one of the big names that gets mentioned is Kobold Press, and I was like, well, who's that? Well, it turns out Kobold Press, because D&D didn't, Kobold Press was putting out campaign modules and stuff for D&D. They put out some of the big, really well-known ones, because D&D fucking wasn't.
It's almost like they're trying to get rid of the D&D influencers and designers when they're the only ones doing their advertisement.
Yeah, it's
Did you see that post Melissa retweeted where they literally thought like their D&D influencers, for lack of a better word, were a nuisance to them?
Yeah.
Like, they're the only ones who making you any money, bitch!
Yeah, it's like, you know, you're claiming under monetization, but when you have like the only content that has come out for your thing in years,
you should hire those people,
is made by a third party. It's made by Kobold, or it's made by Paizo, or things like that. They're the only ones putting anything out. The only reason it's under monetized is you.
You should be like, oh man, these people do a good job. We should hire them on or some shit, or we should like give them like people like Melissa who like talk about stuff. It's like, hey, D&D influencer, here is like our latest thing. Can you go and talk about it?
Yeah,
and
right.
Stuff like that.
Like up until
hey, can you go stream playing with our stuff? Like no one even fucking cared about D&D until like the
Critical Role and Stranger Things.
I wouldn't even say Stranger Things, because I think Stranger Things just made the people who already played D&D go, hey, remember D&D? We should do that more again. And then they influenced, you know,
right.
Jane and Joe Everyman being like, wow, these Critical Role guys sure seem to be having fun when I'm not listening to my murder podcast. Maybe I should try this. So they go and find other people who also are influencers on D&D. And it's like, wow, I will learn from these people. And wow, these people suggest this and that and there and then. I will now be playing this because these people said it, because D&D sure as fucking didn't help.
Yeah, because like, okay, so, you know, we have Pathfinder, which was based initially off of D&D because D&D wasn't fucking bothering to doing anything. So they're an outgrowth of it. Paizo with, you know, that's Pathfinder's Paizo. Kobold Press, same thing. They wrote big major things for D&D because D&D wasn't, and we're going to be making more. But then D&D pulled this crap, and they're like, hey, guess what our new thing is called? Project Black Flag. Can you guess what it's about?
Periods.
It's like, we're going to make our own fucking TTRPG with blackjack and hookers, and not your stupid OGL. So, like, it's that stuff where it's these corporations, like, you know, right now, Square Enix is basically quite happy to just destroy itself for one guy's NFT pipe dream.
Yep.
And it's really awkward to watch that because, like,
it's so sad.
We're seeing, like, the hidebound Japanese businessman who doesn't know anything outside of his little thing.
Their NFTs are making money.
and
a month ago, like a few months ago, last year.
And like the sheer volume of yes men and, well, I say it goes, and I, the CEO, know all of the things, so I am right.
That was one thing Agretzko had right that I was really sad they went back on.
Yeah.
Was they were like, hey, your old man who runs this company is doing it very badly. And maybe we shouldn't have him. And then they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to run it better by insider trading. It's like, no, you can run it better by the fact that you're actually doing like tech shit. And this thing was made in the 80s.
It's kind of funny
there are ways to get around that without doing illegal things.
I mean, you know, insider trading is what's like currently happening.
True, yeah. I'm not saying it doesn't get you money. I'm just saying, like, you could so easily, like, that was one thing Haida did in that. He was able to fix a bunch of shit by just making some fucking coding for it.
Yeah, some modernization
if you could just fix
stuff.
it legally, wouldn't you want to do it the legal way?
Yeah, like, you know,
save everyone some fucking money?
Like some basic updates and tweets.
Yeah. Especially in Japan. It's horrible in Japan.
Yeah, like the business minister had to say, hey, stop using floppies.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Hell, it's horrible over here. I have heard some fucking horror stories about just incompetent people at the top who know nothing about coding.
Well, I mean, look at what happened with the flexes.
To just, like, be yes man into everything. It's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, like, look what happened with flexes and how they just decided to entirely redo the system.
They learn about one thing 5 years later. It's like, let's implement this.
And they still...
Because it gets sold to them by, like, you know, business people who are entirely designed to just sell you useless crap.
Yeah.
Because you'll buy it.
But, like, you know, arguably, like, they redesigned the entire flex system to fix stuff. That it didn't even fix the initial problem. There's still constant times where now that we have to handle everything twice, so it shouldn't possibly happen, we're still having stuff where it's like, yeah, half of this order is missing. Where is it? I don't know. Well, then how did the order get finished? It's supposed to not be able to, period.
Wasn't me.
Like, this is literally a thing that is supposed to be a can't happen now. And here we are. Oh, hey. Yes, you're right. I've been sitting here bitching for like 5 minutes straight. Hi, Kayla.
Thirsty ass. If we ever get too dark or anything, we can instead talk about like stupid anime and crap. There's an anime this season that's too dirty. I don't even want to watch it.
Too dirty?
Too nasty. Like, it looks gross.
Oh, I was
it
like,
looks fucking like not gross like haha barf, like gross like gross.
I thought you were meant like too horny, and I was like,
yes, that too, but also gross. I'm sorry, I don't consider little girls horny. I consider it gross.
Yeah, I know, that's accurate.
I feel like that fucking gives horny a bad name.
We were bitching about the current stuff that's happening with D&D, as well as like the animation industry with some of the shit that's happening with that. You know, just this last ditch, you know, dying old men trying to hold on to stupid shit kind of things that are ongoing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, you know, especially too, like with what D&D wants to do, like, not only are they trying to shoot themselves in the face, but they are doing it at the worst possible time for themselves, because it is literally the biggest D&D has ever been.
I think period, honestly.
Yeah, like legit.
It wasn't even this big when it had the fucking protest. You know, like when people were like, oh, it's gonna turn you into a demon, you know, guy.
So like,
my mom still thinks that, by the way.
Oh yeah, I bet. I mean, that was a big campaign for that.
Like, oh yeah, I can't hang out on Sunday because me and Paul are trying to do a D&D campaign. She's like, well, don't worship devils. I'm like, I didn't want to tell her my stream thing literally says Demons 98.
I mean, like, that was arguably a very big campaign for that. But
yeah,
like,
that was probably the biggest D&D ever was before this.
But you know,
and it was bad press.
But it's like, you know, they're talking about like under monetization. Well, they just canceled a bunch of games, including one game that was reported coming from them that it had been canceled, and the developer goes, "We're not canceled. In fact, we're hiring because we're doing really well." And so it was basically like yeah, I'm not dead yet. Yes, you are. Get in the car. Like, and they're sitting there going, but we're not canceled. We're still ongoing. And D&D's going, yes, you are. But so like they're canceling games. They have, you know, a big TV show coming out. The new season of the Critical Role stuff is like, that's the 19th, I think. So like in a few days.
Yeah. What's gonna happen if they like were like, oh, we don't want Critical Role? It's like, that's really gonna fuck them over, because that's the only thing most people even give a fuck about.
Yeah, so like they're doing this stuff, and it's just like they have a movie coming and a TV show, but they're canceling games. They haven't put out new stuff in a long time. Like, can you get Hasbro merch despite it being, you know, one of the biggest toy providers, period? Where are those dice?
I can only get it at our little comic book store, and maybe the bookstore, if I'm lucky. And it's just generic crap. I don't even think you can get like the actual like thing stuff.
So like, you know, occasionally we might
get Warhammer just fine.
Yeah, like occasionally we might get, you know, one player's handbook in at work.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not in Target or Walmart, you're not bothering to really put it out in front of your audience.
Apparently they just want subscription on their like whatever it was, like the
the one D&D.
Yeah.
With the D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's it.
And
cuz that's where people are going to go.
Yeah, right? But like it's so like, and even with that, they want you on D&D Beyond because by definition,
that basically a Roll20?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just go on Roll20.
It's their Roll20, but
why don't they just like join up with Roll20? I never get this shit. They already have the infrastructure. Just join them. Because,
like, you know, why does everybody keep trying to take all their stuff off Netflix and make their own Netflix?
Oh my god.
But, like, it's that kind of shit. It's pointless. And it's just, like, the only reason it's under-monetized is because they're not putting anything out. And they're not putting it anywhere.
If you make it so everyone has to stop talking about it.
Yeah, and so, like, you know, D&D Beyond, they want people on D&D Beyond because if you're on D&D Beyond and you create something and it gets popular, it's theirs. That's already there on D&D Beyond. If you put it on there's like a Dungeon Master thing where like you could create like your own items and stuff like that.
Why
and
don't
people
you just
would be able
find what's popular and like hire up the people who work on it and work with them?
Yeah. Because that would make sense.
They could help you iron it out. You could help them iron it out. You have a new thing and they can get like a percentage or something. I don't fucking know.
See, my argument is like, you know, you have iTunes or things like that where people go and you could reasonably assume that you could find everything you're looking for and that when you get something there, the person who made it gets a cut.
Yeah.
And I actually bring up Warframe as a really good example for that. In Warframe, if you make stuff, like you make a skin for a Warframe, and somebody buys it, that person gets a cut. And they make it simple and easy for you to submit it, and then people vote on it if it should go live in the game. And if it gets voted on, it goes live in the game. And that's it. You get your cut, they get their cut, done.
And they make sure you're not just putting out like Nazi flags or something.
Yeah, you're not just like hiding penises on a cape.
Yeah.
Like, and it's simple, it's easy, it's integrated into everything, and that's it. They don't sit there and say, hey, we own this in perpetuity. No, you own it, you made it. We're putting it up here, we get our cut, you get your cut, and we fuck off. Like, that's so simple. And everybody makes money. iTunes made their money, you know, Apple got really big because of doing shit like that, where it was simple, it was easy. You got on iTunes, you want a song, it's $1. You want another song, it's $1. You want an album, maybe you'll get a discount for buying all the songs, but probably it's $12 because there's 12 songs.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's simple, it's easy, there's no games, there's no fucking around, it's just done.
They did this on Clip, too. That was why I like Clip Studio Paint, because it had a creator store. Though it's hard as fuck to give them fucking money.
Yeah.
Like, people would make things and put them on the store, and then you could buy them off the store being like, oh yeah, that looks great, I really want that. Oh, that was perfect for what I need. and stuff like that. Or you work hard to make something, you're like, oh, someone else might want this at some point, so I'll put it on the store and I'll get a little kickback whenever anyone buys it.
Right.
That was perfect. If they had let me put fucking money into it, it was so hard to even buy the currency to put in there.
Yeah.
And they have 2 types of currency for no goddamn reason. I think because one you get free for posting stuff on there, but that's stupid. Just make it so
yeah, just one currency and done.
Yeah, they had way too much free stuff on there too. I would happily pay like $1 for like a set of 3 brushes rather than to get a free like 1 brush.
Yeah,
that is fine. I don't care. I do this enough that like I'm making enough money I can totally like justify paying $1.50 for 5 brushes. It doesn't matter. But like it's just so hard to 1, give them money, and 2, like get money to the creators. And then they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna make it so you have to pay to update the actual thing now. It's a subscription model. It's like, why do you need a subscription model?
Yeah.
You have microtransactions.
Yeah, you have literally the opportunity to make infinite money as opposed to just
you don't even need to make the content.
Yeah. Like, what has Valve made? What is the last thing Valve actually made in a long time? Shit all. And you know why? Because they made it easy for you to throw a buck at them constantly. TF2 has been around for what, 13 years? At least as long as we've been together.
It's been a long time.
So TF2's been around forever. The last content they made for it was years ago because they haven't need to. Because they made it simple, integrated, and easy.
Oh, I hope I'm not giving you my cold.
No, I just haven't. I need to take a drink. But like Valve hasn't done shit because they don't need to. Valve can't count to 3. And they don't need to. Steam is there because Valve couldn't be bothered to do work, but they could be bothered to make it real easy for you to do work and for you to make currency off of your work.
That's really all that matters. Clip also used to do a lot of like, do you have something you like to do? Put out a tutorial and we'll put it on, and like they'll get the ad revenue and you'll get some of the ad revenue, but they don't have to make the content. It's great.
And so that symbiosis, because again,
and there's no way they could think of all the brushes people might need, and there's no way they could think of all the tutorials people need, but the artists eventually could.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they don't need to do shit if they just integrate with their community properly. You know, YouTube, despite being YouTube, like, they keep trying to think, oh yeah, we can make infinite money off of ads. So that's all we really need, right? We don't need a creator. You know, we don't need the people making stuff. We just need the ads. People don't do, like, people won't spend money on ads if there's no creators, because creators bring the eyes, and the ads need eyeballs for them to be worth anything. So stop fucking over the people who bring in the eyeballs, or else you don't get the ads. Yeah, well, see, Valve is, you know, Valve and Steam are one and the same. And they don't do anything nowadays because they don't need to. People put games on Steam, they get a cut, off they go. So they don't need to do anything anymore. You know, the Valve Index is a very fancy VR thing if you want to spend $1,000. The new Steam Deck is great if you want mobile gaming.
But you have to play smaller games on it, I've heard. Like otherwise.
Well, yeah, because it's not like a super powered system.
It's apparently great for like tiny indie games.
Oh yeah, like little tactical games and stuff. But like, that's the thing. Yeah, like Alex was just basically a tech demo for the Valve Index. So like, they don't have to do anything. They create the framework for other people to do stuff, and then they just sit back and chill. You
can just get literally infinite money if you just allow people to have a small chunk of that.
Yeah.
They'll make you content. They're gonna make content anyway, but if you don't like let them have a chunk of the money, they're just gonna put it out and you get nothing.
Right. And it's that greed
people
and trying
make
to
mods just fine. They don't need you. You want a piece of that? You gotta put up the storefront and stuff.
It's like, yeah, if you just let people do stuff and like, especially now, let people live off of the stuff that they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Second Life has been doing it for decades.
Yeah, right. Second Life's still around as far as I know.
Meta.
Did I build a box? I mean, yes, I have built a box. Here is my cube. It is my cube of science. Everyone go away. I'm not just...
Man, there's 20 people on the server right now. I feel the same way.
I am not a decorative person. See, this is my
He
home.
is not.
It has my go the fuck away signs. I've got my stuff down here. I got my drugs.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a good box. See, here's my storage boxes on top of my box. This is the box where I do the science. This is the box where I keep stuff. Done. Everybody makes fun of me. I can't do decorative stuff. Oh yeah, I was making soup. There's soup. Yay, soup. It is a good soup. It is the best soup. It is very food soup. Okay, right. What was I gonna do? Science. Okay, I have an infuser. I have an enrichment chamber. I need a crusher. That's what I need. A Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley.
Yay.
Pussy poops.
Pussy poots. Alright, so we need... Actually, let's do 4. Because now that we have an enrichment center... I bet your science. Do. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us. Except the ones who are dead. And there's no sense crying over every mistake. If you go on her card, which I believe is below the stream,
Yeah.
that will also have her commission rates.
It's linked to my Twitter.
Yeah.
My Twitter should be under there too, or at very least it's in my card.
Right. Let's see.
I need to put a thing directly on my card for my commission rates. I saw someone did that, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
I'm working on advertising myself. I'm not good at it.
Hey.
But I'm better than him, so. It's Trudeau.
Yes, but shut up.
It's
Rude.
Trudeau.
How dare. Look what I put up with, kiddo. I get bullied every day. I've started putting up my VODs on YouTube.
I have too.
So,
But not this weekend, I forgot. Oops.
I have beaten you at the thingy. Ha ha ha, victory. Aw, but I will pet you. Kayla has redeemed a pet wife.
Yeah, because you're mean to me. Mean to me.
Lean over more.
No.
But I'm supposed to pet you.
No. I'm sick. You shouldn't get close to me.
It's true. But, yes, I have been doing the thing. I have been posting up my VODs like I'm supposed to. I post up the VOD usually the next day, so it should be live.
I only stream on the weekends, so I just do them both on the same day.
Yeah. And if you go on my Twitter, I actually have a card too. I sat down with the wife and she showed me how to do it. Yeah. So
it's funny because it's got a GIF as the icon.
Yeah. So I have a card, and I'm a big fancy advertised person. I don't know. I did a thing though. I was very happy with it. I need another bucket. Yeah, the wife showed me how. It was actually quite easy. 2 buckets of lava.
Well, I went in and did it for him, but yeah.
Yeah. I was there with crayons. I helped.
You just really just pick a bunch of stuff and put it together.
Yeah.
But he's bad at that, so.
I am.
He is. I also made him the little banner for his YouTube videos.
Yeah. I made the most recent one. She like put together a thingy, and then I put a background and I put words on it and stuff. So I got to do the crayons. I was good. Colored it in good. That's where you're supposed to like laugh or like say you did a good job or something.
Good job, honey.
Yay!
There was a rad scorpion. I hadn't seen one yet.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Don't die.
He popped up. I was scared. Owie. Owie. Ah! There's more of them!
You have done a parish.
I have.
Alright, so we got iron cooking finally. We got our crusher up and running. We should actually be making these more efficient. So 1, 2, 3. So we need 3. Let's see, there's our gold. Do we have raw gold? We do have some raw gold. Okay, that's helpful.
I think they're supposed to pop out of the ground, but they just kind of spawn in.
They just kind of like appear.
Just pop.
Let's see. So 1, 2, 3 times 8 is 32. Ta-da! Okay. Just put that up there. Okay, so that's 32 of those, and then we need. I don't think I have any raw osmium. Do I have any raw osmium? Oh, I do. Okay. Yeah. There we go. I think I'm almost to needing a new hammer. Heh. Just remember, not Tinder. That's probably not what you're looking for. There we go. 1, 2. And
They won't stop chasing me.
don't stop chasing wife. It's funny because she suffers. There we go. Alright. Platinum hammer. Dink. There we go. We got me an old hammer. There we go. Cool. That's what we need for that.
Leave me alone.
Them rat scorpions want your butt, don't
Oh
they?
my god, I've run for miles.
Okay, and then we need iron. We need right, I haven't picked up anything.
It's both of them too, damn.
You're gonna perish.
I don't wanna. I should be far enough, damn it. Leave me alone.
Don't perish.
Ah! What the fuck?
She has perished.
I have not.
You're dead. Alright, so we're going to enrich that. We're going to go downstairs and cook more iron. Oh, wait, yes, I need to also cook that glass. Okay, Lo, I managed to sneak into the deep dark, kill a guardian, and run around like a chicken with my head cut off long enough to be able to get just enough aluminium for a pickaxe and a sword. That place is scary, man. It's like freaking, it's like Stranger Things. There's like stuff all over the walls and shit. It's creepy. I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit.
I lived and I made it.
Woo! Did you make it to like a town or something?
No, I just kept running till eventually they fought something else and now I'm over here.
It. Why would I get wool to stand on? What does that do? Is that like some secret thing? Like I haven't done a lot of wait, what? I haven't done a lot of like regular vanilla Minecraft stuff, so I don't know some of these sneaker things. Ah. That, yeah, okay. Sure.
Is that a dog?
Why not? Of course it does. This is
Hi, it's a robot dog.
Yeah, one, two.
Bark, bark, bark.
This is like yesterday when Sky was like, oh yeah, if you just crouch when you're on the fucking magma, it doesn't burn you. It's like, do what? And yeah. And I hate it. Thanks, I hate it, literally. Alright, there we go. And we're gonna start getting those. Which this saves me on power. Yay! See, look at that. Now it only uses 6, and this produces 80. Yeah, efficiency. But yeah, I'm starting to get my science up and running, which is good. I need to get more of that going. There's my glass. Bowls go in the bowl. But yeah, I'm really just kind of like playing this one because I played the Dire Wolf pack a bit, and it is fun. It's missing some stuff though, which was kind of a bummer. But you know, since I was just playing it single player, it wasn't a big a deal. Okay, so that one is now fully efficient. Yeah, cool. Also, 3 times 8 is 24, which I miscounted. So I actually don't need as much osmium. And I don't need as much gold. There we go. Yay. But that does mean I'll probably end up needing more sand, doesn't it? That's a bit of a bummer. Oh well. Into the cookmatron. But you definitely want to go for those efficiency ones first, because the osmium upgrade is speed, and it makes it go better, but it costs more power. So efficiency first, always. There we go. And slap that on the enrichment chamber. And I probably will start doing some speed up on this. I'll do like 4 just to get some, since we're gonna be doing this one a bunch. Yep. Yeah, mule. See, now it takes, they've got maximum efficiency, but now it is 3. Why are you being funky like that? That's weird. I mean, like, you can go to cons or things like that. If, you know, go to places where the kind of person you would meet is the kind of person you want to talk to. I definitely would say, like, not to be rude, but like, chill, man. It's okay. It'll be alright. Not everything needs to be right now. Alright, let's get some more going over here. There we go. We're getting our science working good. Now I probably will be able to get potatoes up soon, which is one of my big goals, is getting all the potatoes, because taters are how we're going to have big power. Yep, she's on 76.
Hello.
76 trombones at the gay parade. You should get drink. Do you have drink?
I have drink. I drank some.
Okay. I should get you some of that citrus stuff.
I'm okay.
Like tomorrow, I'll get you some of the. Oh, did I finish? 4. Oh, good. All of him energy upgrades is there. Yay. Dunk. I mean, she's having fun with it, but she does also wish that it had a single player version.
I'm not playing with anybody.
You
can't make me.
She's not big on multiplayer games.
But ignore everybody.
I don't play too many multiplayer games. I've been playing DMZ, which is since I got this computer, I got Call of Duty for free, the Modern Warfare or whatever. And DMZ is just like, hey, what if Tarkov, but not full of assholes? And I was like, I'm listening. And yeah, it's Tarkov, but not full of assholes. It's been pretty fun. Oh, alright, I have to go in there. Whoopsie doops. And mostly, it's been a lot of fun. Been enjoying it. Let's see. But other than that, the only real multiplayer game that I play a lot of is Deep Rock Galactic, which I'm gonna be probably doing that tomorrow on stream since it had a, update and all that jazz. I like Deep Rock Galactic. It's fun. It's actually, weirdly enough, one of the only games that I'm good at knowing where the heck I am. Which is really weird because I normally have none map knowledge with Left Beef. I'm usually just friggin' terrible. Like, I will walk into a room and immediately forget where all the doors are, including the one I just came through. But with that, I'm actually having a ton of fun. Alright, I need more glass, right? Yeah. Yeah. I do not. I have seen that, but I never actually got around to getting it. It's a cool game, though. That is absolutely a game that is just, like, straight up multiplayer or else. And, I'm not a big multiplayer, so I don't...
I just like Fallout. I just wanted to play more Fallout because it was cheap. I like this world, I like the stuff in it, I don't like people.
Yeah.
That's why I play the game where you don't talk to people!
Where you don't people.
You know, because they're dead!
It's true.
Usually, that's the outcome.
Hey.
Maybe I'll talk to some people and maybe they'll have some interesting story and plot stuff, but mostly I just wander.
Wander over yonder. Wander over yonder. Yeah, she has, believe me, all of the Fallout.
I do.
She just never got 76 until it was like dirt ass cheap because she doesn't like multiplayer and did not want to be anywhere near that. I was
super upset. Plus, it had a horrible startup.
It did. Oh boy.
But my friend plays it, and once I'm more into it, I might like play with her, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
And only her. Maybe Doom if he's also in there.
Hey.
But no.
But there was no
And I'll
way.
have to come up with a character to roleplay as. Probably a priest.
Walter.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be Walter's ancestor.
Homestead.
Because it'd be too young to be Walter.
True. Alright, so we'll do that. Yes, getting all of our speed up and running. Let's see, that was 2, right? No, that's 3. Okay, so we want just one more. There we go. Okay, 4 and 8. So we'll get all this ready. I'm not going to spend all of the speed upgrades yet because I don't want to with my power supply. But I will have them ready so that when I have the potatoes, I will be able to high power the potatoes. Well, since I'm thinking about that, we need a... it's a metallurgic infuser, right? No, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. I need an induction. That's the boy. I need an induction smelter. Sand. Let's see. So first up, blast furnace. I'm going to need a regular furnace. Which, fuck you, I have cobble. Okay, so we have a regular furnace. Surprised I haven't stolen a blast furnace. Go figure. Oh, does it need the double cooked? Yeah, it needs the freaking double cooked. Oh, smooth stone, not just regular stone. Regular stones for losers. Alright, so we'll throw that in there. We're going to double cook the stone to get the fancy stone because we have to. Minecraft. There we go. Let's get the fancy stone cooking. Alright, so there's that. Which makes us the blast furnace. Actually, I should probably have it with me just in case it's like an achievo. No, okay. Cool. Alright. Induction. That's the one. So, Invar, we need 2 gears, which I did cook that ahead of time. We need a redstone flux coil. And then we need this guy, which is a tin gear. I don't have tin. I probably haven't made tin yet. not. Fair enough. Well, since we don't have very much of it, we're going to ore double it. Clink. There we go. Now we'll have a stack of 10. Go, my cookie thing, go. Iron, thank you. I would like it if you had one more pink thing, darn it. 10% drop chance my arse.
Road toad omelet.
How is there road toad
sorry,
omelet?
rad toad.
Oh, I was gonna say, you can't be a road toad. You don't have cars.
We do have cars.
Not
They're
working cars.
everywhere.
Busted cars. They
Your
just
car in the one with the Brotherhood of Steel, the one that everyone hates.
yeah.
Cars. You can drive a car,
You could drive a car.
but it was shitty, so no one cared.
That sounds right. Okay, so let's try this again. Induction. When we make the thing, we make the gear. We go induction, and we go here, and we go induction, and now I have the thing. Science. Boop. So this lets me cook multiple things together. And actually,
Oh fuck! I got diseased from sleeping on the ground. I do like the disease thing though. That's kind of fun. I wish it was more complex.
good time zone appropriate greeting to you as well.
All these bitches in anime have front unhooking bras. Those are actually fairly hard to get.
Yeah, they're also fairly, like, they're usually more expensive, aren't they? Because they're nicer.
It depends. They break easier too.
We have
Or
a
at least I do, because I got big tits.
You do got big tits. We have a story time redeemed.
If you can't think of any, I'll talk about shitty.
I mean, if you want to talk about shitty anime,
no,
go
I'm
off.
fine. You can do your thingy.
Trying to think of a story time.
Candy bowl.
I can tell you a story time. I don't have two front teeth.
Ah.
Hi, Jay Beastie. I kind of assumed you were here, what with the redeemed story time and all that.
Wait. Alright, let's try not to get eaten by red roaches this time. Or red scorpions.
Okay, so I don't have two front teeth. In fact, I lost my two front teeth to a shotgun.
They wanted teeth. Shotguns do not have teeth, so they steal the teeth of others.
Claimed my teeth. It's actually one of the things that Mom will forever be mad at Dad for. So, you know, I am a fairly experienced rifleman and shooter, and my dad is actually a rifleman. Like, he's gone through the rifleman stuff, and he has all that knowledge as so. But I usually shoot pistols and rifles. I actually have a lever action cowboy rifle, and I have a pistol. And he bought a shotgun, big old 12 gauge and all that, right? But of course, him being him, he also got, you know, all kinds of stuff on it. And he actually got it with a pistol grip as opposed to a proper rifle style shotgun. And so we go to the range, you know, first time having it, and he, you know, racks it, and it's all cool sounding, and bam, and he fires it off. And he goes, oh, watch out, it kicks. And when I watched him, I watched everything he did. And when he fired it, it went blam, and the barrel went up. And I was like, okay, it's got a lot of up kick. So I racked the shotgun, lined the thing up, pull the trigger, and it goes straight back and smashes out my two front teeth with that pistol grip. And so I spit out some teeth chunks and go, ow, and that was that. And I actually had to go to work that day. That was my very first job, where I was a waiter.
How old were you?
This was like 03, so I was like in high school, just out of high school.
You were just a baby.
And yeah, smashed out my two front teeth. I actually had to get two, because it didn't smash out the whole tooth. It just literally snapped it off. And so I have two little tiny nubs that are real teeth, and then they put the rest of them on as caps. And actually, still the same caps I got back then. So they're like 20 years old at this point.
And you really can't tell.
You can't.
I have been all up in him face, so I would be able to tell over everybody else.
But yeah, so there you go. There's the story time. I don't have two front teeth. And now you know. And knowing is terrifying.
I chipped a tooth back when I had baby teeth. It was fun. It didn't really matter because, you know, baby teeth.
Yeah. Let's see, can I make that? I probably can make this. So we're just going to do this real quick, which just makes this way better. And that requires, not bad, Electrum and Signalum. I could probably, ooh, pardon me, probably make that. No, I did not get it for Christmas. This was just during the middle of the year. That would have been funny, though. Let's see.
That would have been funny, actually.
Alas, not the case. Pretty funny, though, if it would have been. Yeah, that's, not the most pain I've been in from something happening to me, but still very unpleasant. I actually, from my mom's side, I actually have a bit of neuropathy, so I actually have trouble feeling things, just in general. So, that one I felt. Unfortunately. Let's see, can I just put this in directly? Oh yeah, I can. Baller. Beep, beep, beep. Alright, so we're getting some Electrum cooked up. Signalum, I don't remember how to make offhand. I think it's gold and redstone. Let's see, Signalum dust. Ah, it's silver and copper. I was completely wrong. And we need 2 sets. So 6 copper, really 3 raw copper and a raw silver.
Don't you run from me, robot?
3
I kill you.
and a silver. Silver and gold. Oh, you had 6 teeth removed? What, did they like pull your
Wow.
that's pretty rough. Did they like pull your molars and stuff, or?
My mom had literally all of her baby teeth removed. She couldn't get any of them out.
Oof.
I don't think it was all at once, but
Yeah. Alright.
it was still like a hefty.
Ah, we have a bother husband. What are you doing? Just poke to me. Out there. Alright, so we got that. So we gotta cook that. And then we got Electrum. So that's that. Alright, we throw this in the cooker, which I could actually make a science cooker, but I have these, and these are pretty quick. It'll take a little bit before I get something faster. So I'll keep using those for the time being. Plus, charcoal. I can just run them off of that. It's very easy. There's our Signalum. Hooray. Okay, and then augment is the word I'm looking for. So we need to make 2 Signalum gears. And then we go burp, like that, and we take this out and we throw it right here. And now we got the fancier one, which is which makes this go real good. Alright, we're getting low on lava, but I don't want to work on create at the moment. I'll worry about that later. Wait, is that a, excuse me, are you a zombie? Did a zombie pigman come out of that portal? How dare. Perish. This is not your world. Alright. So, there we go. The only one I've really come across right now is the Warden. I have come across a few of the Apotheosis bosses, though. Those are the ones that are randomly spawning. You'll see them with the names and stuff. 4 wisdom, 2 molars. Yeah. Yeah, no regret. Ooh, yeah, especially instead of a root canal. Absolutely. Root canals would suck. What did I need the induction thing for? I needed it for something else, but I don't remember what at the moment, so I got it. I'll need it later. It's perfectly fine. You guys are all good. I am in dire need of redstone, so that's our next bet. Got the iron going. Honestly, I'm good on drugs for right now, so let's I'm just gonna put a cabbage seed in that because cabbages are slow down on our soup. So let me get a cabbage seed of the correct cabbage. We'll throw that in. Oh yeah, for sure. At least that way you can like heal up unperturbed. Because it would have sucked to have to be in public after having 6 teeth taken out. Let's see. We want to make Infernum. It wants us to make this, and it is probably a good idea to do. Go. Alright, so we've got the one quest done. Check. Which gives us some more seeds. And blah blah blah, yes. Alright, so the only one we haven't done is a coal generator. Yeah, fair enough. I'm actually going to go down here, and we're going to harvest these and throw down these. I'm just going to throw them in here. See, later on, I remembered the phytogenic insulator. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. So the phytogenic insulator is a thermal machine that sits there and grows plants. Just infinitely growing a plant. And it's really good. It's similar to the cloche, but with less requirements to make it. That actually wasn't bad. It'll be busy in a couple of days. I'm just glad you did it. Yeah. Yep. No, that would have sucked. Most of the dentists here in the state, or at least here in Virginia anyways, once that stuff started going sideways, they just, all of them shut down because, like, you know, there was a lot of misinformation and stuff like that, so nobody really knew, like, what you could and couldn't do to keep yourself safe, so they just said, fuck it, turn everything off. So, which obviously, I would much prefer that. I would rather people be safe and okay. So, I was seeing, there it is. XP pylon. That's what we want, I think. Well, screw me. What the heck is this? Soul engulfing? What is all this? I just want the stupid thing that I can store experience in. What is this garbage? What are you? Restored and retrieved. Where's it go in? Hey, crunch. XP 1, 2, and 3. Alright, well, anyways. So, vitalize, huh? Don't have one of those sculk catalysts. I know where I can get it. I don't wanna. Wait, if I throw that. Soul slate? Soul glass? I don't know what any of this is. Weird. Slime explosive. Pylons. Let's see. Pylon, efficiency, beheading, looting, speed. Oh, this is definitely not what I was thinking it is. There's I don't know. It used to be a way you could just store.
Why am I too stupid to use the sword? You have to be level 40 to use the sword. Why? It's a stick that's pointy. I can stab plenty of people.
20 yen goes into you. Insightful crystal. That's what we want. How do I make
I have a fucking pitchfork that's on fire. I think that's more dangerous than a sword.
You would be surprised. I don't have droplets. I don't have essence. Okay, how do I make the essence? How do I make the seeds? Okay, so I need to get our capsule, glass, soul dust, stone. I need. Did I get a bunch of that? I got soul stone, not a bunch, but so it's what, 4? That's only 3. I need more soul. Of course I do. And if it's not one thing, it's another. I'm not even gonna worry about that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just not gonna worry about that. Well, since that's a bust,
Yeah, I'm being attacked while I'm trying to cook.
Well, stop cooking where there's things that can attack you.
I'm trying to make dinner.
Ah, there it goes. peanuts as seeds because it gets stuck inside a molar. Yeah, yeah. Which would suck. Let's see. Redstone is one of our shortcomings. So redstone or what's your world gen?
There's a bunch of birds flying around this area.
Weird.
Well, I figured they were shooting the robots that work for the robot mayor who made the robot town. But like they haven't landed or anything even after all the robots are gone.
Alright, so redstone is down lowstone. And we got a ways to go, since as you may see, all the mining dimension is extremely high up in the air. I'm gonna have to go very deep.
Alright, I'm gonna cook in front of this dead zombie.
I actually probably should make a void upgrade for my backpack.
Roasted Mirelurk meat. That's basically a fucking steak of crab.
Yeah.
Delicious.
You do like crab.
Actually, I guess it'd be horseshoe crab. But horseshoe crabs are less related to crabs than lobsters.
They're also blue. But they got blue blood. It's actually incredibly important in a lot of science stuff.
Blue octopus.
Yeah, but they don't have the right blue blood. Also, they're like wet cats, so they're not really good for bleeding.
We're cool though.
You are.
You can bleed me. Oh, is it a chair? It's an electric chair. Huh.
Is it comfy?
It's half buried in the ground, so I couldn't really tell.
It's the last chair you'll ever sit on. So it's
comfy.
Yeah, it's the most comfortable you'll ever be.
That's probably what I'd be thinking when I'm dying. It's like, damn, this chair's uncomfortable.
Man, the back support on this is terrible.
I don't know. There was one guy who did get killed in an electric chair, and he tried to appeal because he didn't die. I think twice. It was crazy. And he tried to appeal because, according to him, his life sentence had been served.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair.
But technically, a life sentence does not mean a life sentence. A life sentence is a certain amount of years. It's not actually your life. That's why you can get multiple life sentences. Because until your life sentence is up, you can't appeal, which is also important. Because if you appeal, you can possibly get out.
I mean, it's legalese, and I understand the need for it. Because anytime you don't...
I mean, when they made it, it might have very well been a life sentence. I don't know when it was first made.
Yeah. Well, anytime you don't bolt something down, people are going to try and weasel around it, because that's just the nature of these weasels. You know, look
humans, honey. What do you mean?
I did not misspeak. That's what happens with NFTs. So I like that one of the, I think it was Bitcoin. It was like one of the big people.
It's a ghoul lady.
Neat.
She's digging in the ground. Her name is Dr. Manango.
Manango. Do. But yeah, it was like, I think it's one of the big Bitcoin people was like, I got a bunch of stuff stolen. Help, please. Which people were rightly like, they're like, how did you get your stuff stolen if it was in a cold wallet? That means it's not connected to the internet. Did you just mess up and have it connected to the internet like a dumbass? Help is all I got. It's just like there was one of the big Bitcoin miners called apparently the Hive, which just sounds wretched and villainous. They were proud to announce that the custom built mining rigs that they're getting from Intel were showing up, and because of not mining while waiting to get for those new custom crypto mining rigs, they'd actually made $3.5 million by not having to pay the power bill.
There you go.
Which is the most like, see, we didn't lose money because we didn't spend on anything.
That made me realize maybe this is a
God
negative, especially as it gets like less valued, because it only has value because we say it has value.
Yep.
But power arguably has potentially way more value. Is that a Mirelurk queen? Cool.
Ooh. You gonna get yourself a hat?
I don't think I could kill it. Ah, what are these things and why do they keep fighting me? Go away.
Is
what
it
are
scorpions?
You? Bloody Snally Gasher?
What?
I don't know. It's got teeth.
looks like
It has people teeth, and I don't care for it.
that looks Florida man right there.
I know, right?
Oh,
We're
you
in
get
West Virginia.
you get a pet wife for screeching.
Ah, shut up! I just get easily surprised.
Snallygaster.
Snallygaster. His legs are all glitching. He's so ugly.
God, looks like a naked
He's
chicken.
so ugly. He has people back legs. Ew.
Snallygaster.
Man, the fucking centaurs were cute. You're not cute at all. There, he's dead. He has a submachine gun.
Well, I mean, you can't really, like... You can definitely compare, but you have to keep in mind that while builders have definitely changed as far as, like, quality, that comes back to money. They don't want to spend money, so they get different materials. And in fact, one of the a big thing that you can point to was just the fact that in order to save money, they actually list wood at a different size than it really is. And the point is made for conservationism to not, be chopping down as much wood, but it is used to just straight up lie to the consumer. A 1/4-inch board is not a 1/4 inch. And likewise, houses used to be built on the 12-inch as opposed to a 16-inch spacing between those boards. So not only are the boards thinner, but the boards are more widely spaced out, so you use less boards, and the boards are shitty pine as opposed to things like oak or old growth trees.
Topic of conversation. I wasn't paying attention.
Zombies talking about like builders and stuff like that. Though, if you want some cool science shit, they believe they have figured out part of why Roman concrete is so much better. Now, we have figured out, at least in part, that the Roman concrete was better because of... Wait, why is that a different color? The Roman concrete Roman concrete was better because part of it was actually made drier. It used less liquid in it when they are mixing up the concrete, because like our modern concrete now uses a lot more water in it. But
Just say imitation food, holy shit.
But the water that they did use was actually seawater, so it had a higher mineral content in it. So not only was it less water, but different water. But they also found out that part of what they did was they did hot mixing of the concrete, which is where they actually heat it and then mix in the stuff. And they actually did hot mixing with lime, so you would get quicklime in it, which I think the wife knows about quicklime. But they would get quicklime when they were hot mixing the concrete, so that when the concrete got cracks, because concrete cracks, the quicklime would actually be exposed to moisture and would cause calcium carbonate to fill in the cracks. So it would actually be somewhat self-repairing. So they've finally figured out how they do that. So, the Roman Colosseum and stuff like that, the concrete things that have stuck around for so freaking long, that's part of why. Like, yeah, that's the thing, never underestimate the power of having hundreds, if not thousands, of manual labor people to work on a project. But also, when you only have 2 materials to work with, you're gonna get darn good with those 2 materials. They don't have the abundance of drywall and gypsum and concrete and different types of wood and blah 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 blah. You have 5 types of stone and maybe metal if you're rich as fuck. So you're gonna get real good with those things. And humanity's need to be a craftsman and to do something well has been around for as long as humanity is. I can speak to my grandpa, who would make wood stuff, and I say wood stuff because he literally would make all kinds of shit out of wood. He made his drafting table that he would then design the other stuff that he would make out of wood on, and he made it. He measured everything in the house they were in. so that that drafting table, if you turned it the exact right way, would fit in with less than an inch clearance on either side into the room if you turned it exactly right and rotated it exactly right. It fit in just right. And then he had his big ass drafting table that nobody could get out of the place because it fit in perfectly. And if you did not unfit it perfectly, it wouldn't move. But he also made bowls out of little cubes of varying colors of wood that he handmade and then fit together. And they fit together perfectly and they would never come apart. He actually made a grandfather clock just because woodworking. He'd had a heart attack at the time, and he made his own grandfather clock. So humanity's need to craft things and do it well will always be around. It's just in our nature. Some people just gotta make stuff. He was actually he worked for Boeing, and he was one of the major engineers on the B-52 bomber, as well as installing Minuteman missile silos around the country. Mom actually has the little long service stuff, and when you retired from Boeing, they gave you medallions for the major projects you worked on, and so Mom has those medallions for the stuff that he worked on for Boeing. During World War II, he was actually he was in the war, but he was also working as an engineer for Boeing to repair and rescue planes. So like one of the stories he told me was about when they were flying a plane back from Hawaii, because that's where they could get it to then try and take it somewhere to service it. And over the course of flying it back from Hawaii, 3 of the 4 motors stopped working. So it was a bit of a drastic flight for them. But yeah, like it's always amazing what kind of stuff people will get up to. I think anytime that we can have more tools to enable more people to do stuff, the better. And just the time and really comfort level to let people work on stuff would lead to far more impressive things than we could ever do. Like, just case in point, Corona really showed us that we don't need a lot of the bullshit that we have going on. If people had a universal income so that they could just do stuff, we would do as much, if not more, than we ever do currently. And so, I think it was a big way to teach us a lot of stuff that is just outright wrong with how things are nowadays. It's kind of upsetting that people are really like, oh, but, Corona's over, we gotta go back, everything's gotta return to normal. It's like, no, you're wrong. We don't need 40-hour work weeks. We haven't needed that for, at this point, decades. We don't need 8-hour work days because we can now scientifically prove that it's bad for us and is actually losing money to have long shifts, things like that. We know this now. We can prove it. And just trying to drag the boulder of a world forward. A little depressing sometimes. I think we can. When in doubt, the people that want to hold it back are going to die of old age, so there's that. Redstone, yay! Eee, shiny thing. What is that hum? That's in my game. What is that hum? Is it in my game? Huh, weird. Don't know what that says. I really hope that I watched a show on Netflix called Forged in Fire, and wife makes fun because it's men making knives and stuff like that. I really want them to have more episodes because I enjoy watching that. I watch a guy on YouTube it's like a ASMR smelting videos, basically.
Has that guy updated lately?
Oh yeah. No,
you watch it without me?
Sometimes. I haven't watched the most recent one. He was melting down a bunch of bullet casings, which I figured you would like the clinkly sounds. I haven't watched that one yet. But yeah, I love to watch that kind of stuff because it's, again, that guy is just doing craft stuff because he can. Does he need to? Nah. Does he want to? Yeah. so he's gonna do it. Like that guy at this point, you know, makes a fortune off of the YouTube videos, as well as like he sells forges for all of the middle-aged white guys who have decided to start doing metal melting nowadays. Wasn't there something that you were watching that you were like, what is it with men and melting things?
Yeah.
And I just told you, gotta. We have not watched Glass Onion yet, though. We did hear it's really good. There's been a lot of really shitty people who have been really upset by it, so all the more reason to watch it. Yeah, go ahead, zombie. What you got? We've made it to Y level 145, which means we only have 200 more to go. Yeah. Oh, that's good. I imagine like his stuff either went to like his kids or went to charity kind of stuff, because like Bob Ross is a cool dude.
Oh yeah. You know, he didn't make money off of his paintings.
Hmm.
He donated all of them. He sold paint.
Oh, good. Like I said, I mean, he was a really chill dude. Arguably, you know, there are very few people in our history that we could just like think of as, I would say, genuinely good people. It's hard to do that.
There have been some arguments, because I watched a small documentary about him, that the technique called like a wet painting that he does, where like the canvas is wet and you paint on top of wet paint,
right?
Was already being done by some people, so there was some argument he quote unquote stole that for his show. But it's just a technique.
Yeah.
I would disagree with that, and the fact that he didn't sell his paintings, I think, proved like he wasn't really doing it for the money necessarily. I mean, the money was a nice thing, and he did sincerely seem to care about what he was doing.
They tell us like, well, yeah, anti-capitalist murder mystery. That's exactly just like. That's really cool. Like, that's, you know,
Is
like...
that the one that some of the people got mad at?
Yeah. That's the one, like, what's his butt? Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
That's actually a funny term.
Yeah. That's one of the ones who's like, nah, it's you know, it's bad and mean and meh.
Oh, shut up.
And it's like, yes, if you are the kind of person who is a, you know, turbo capitalist loser who's been yes-manned forever, guess what? It is about you. It is bad, and so are you.
You are a bad person. Just deal with it.
It makes me feel bad about myself.
You should feel bad about what you do.
Yeah, I did hear about the like doing the painting for a colorblind person. That was really cool.
He also read every letter.
Which probably took forever.
Yeah, actually, he wrote back to someone who didn't write to him for a while to make sure he was okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
How very nice of him.
I think he was a genuinely good dude who wasn't necessarily trying to, like, rip someone's technique off in any way. That is an argument, and I'm sure, like, you know, he's gone, and I'm sure that's up for debate, but I personally don't apply to that reason.
I mean, there's a lot, like... It's not like he's, you know, the guy that made, like, the Vanta Black and then was like, I have made a color and it is my color. No one else can have this color.
Yeah,
it's like... It's literally just like, oh, this is a nice way to do things. But, like, a lot of people do, like, techniques and stuff that they have shared. That's not really... I would agree. I don't think that's really a thing that's done maliciously. Like, that would be like saying using a lathe is, you know, you're stealing by using a lathe to do your woodworking.
It was legit, I think, the only bad thing they could pull out about him, though.
Yeah.
He just seemed like a genuinely good guy.
Yeah. More diamonds! Nom 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 nom. Woo! And coal. Ching. Cyrus Jackson, ooh, I am for eels. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I am in fact just not even a guy. Sorry, Miss Jackson, ooh, I am for eels. Let's see, that's good. I don't need copper now. I've gotten plenty of copper. Where was I? Ah, there we go. Oh, hey, iron. Yeah, Mr. Rogers, you know, same kind of thing. He was just a chill dude that wanted to tell stories and lighten up people's life.
Oh yeah, there is literally nothing bad you can find out about Mr. Rogers. They tried.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, there's some support reporters who tried. No.
Mr. Rogers is the kind of person doing good stuff for good stuff's sake.
He
That would have
fought
drove
for
people
child's
nuts.
television.
Yeah.
Like child television for like so and so younger was not a thing, and he literally had to like go to courts and stuff and fight just to have it.
Like, there are certain types of people that just, they have to find like the dirty secret behind so and so, and I could just imagine them just going ape over Mr. Rogers. Yeah, sure, go ahead and post it. It'll probably ask me to okay it, but yeah, go ahead and post it.
Huh, I can have an Assaultron head.
Is...
I'm wearing preacher's vestments.
Hey.
So aw, it doesn't look as cool as I thought. Oh well.
What?
Eh.
What? Oh, that's...
my ball cap glasses are way creepier, honestly.
That's like sad Assaultron cosplay. You got your Assaultron cosplay off a Wish.
I like looking like my apocalyptic self.
Coal. Yeah. Ooh. Blue. Shiny. I don't know what it does. I'm honestly at this point just ignoring the copper. I've got so much copper. Copper can be used to trade for goods and services. If I was in a multiplayer server. Hey. So I usually, I'll have to actually, I'll go back and watch that later, just because I don't usually watch things on stream, just in case of like DMCA or things like that. I don't want to run into issues with somebody being an asshat. Which, yeah, well, the way things are, especially since I'm going to be, you know, I post the VODs on, the YouTubes afterwards. YouTube is even more fussy about some things, so just preventing problems. I see so many Twitch streamers that are like, I got banned and I don't know why. And it's like, what were you doing? And they'll be like,
you.
they'll be like, I got banned and I don't know why. And it's like, what did you do at the time? And they'll go, I was watching the NFL live on stream and placing bets on it while naked. And you're like, how did you possibly think you wouldn't get banned? Oh man. Cause like, you know, there's no good things allowed anymore. There's a guy who was saying that I'm just testing, I'm just seeing if I can do it, and was making basically ChatGPT kind of AI, you know, just a conversation AI that should just be able to talk to people. And of course, what he did was he made a VTuber with a text-to-speech and then put it up on Twitch. And was like, haha, I'll just let this AI stream for hours and hours to show that you can totally use AI for things. Ha ha ha. And, oh god. And so, of course, it immediately says stupid shit like you'd expect. And so people were talking to it to see what it would do because it was an unsupervised AI, and that's what happens when you leave it around people. It denied the Holocaust and said a bunch of racist things and all kinds of stupid shit. Live on stream. And so it promptly got banned. And it's just like, bruh, what did you think was going to happen?
How are all the AIs racist?
Because it goes by responses that it sees on the internet. You know, most of these things are just pulling by what it, you know, what it's programmed with. And it's just going to pull stuff from Google, and things that gets more interactions are things that it weights as far as, oh, this is Allimotium. Wait, what? Allimotium is just here? Oh, fuck you. I went through that death hole to get this shit, and it's just right here on the ground? Oh, I'm mad now. Oh, that's... Well, yay. I have some more Allimotium. Anyways, yeah, so it weights stuff based off of interactions and things like that. And of course, you get lots of interactions when you say something racist, or, you know, the Jews liked having ovens around, or stuff like that.
Well, I mean, everyone likes to have ovens.
I mean, like, oh, man.
They're very convenient.
So, like, you know, it's really kind of funny. This open, the OGL thing with D&D, like, really, really took the heat off them for their slavery is good, actually, monkey race that they had just put out.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so did everybody. And people are sitting there going, hey, remember that? That was kind of the first sign of the times, because they put it up on their, you know, one D&D, and this is, you know, it's going to be our new thing, and, you know, to show you that we're working on this new edition of D&D, here's our new race. They're monkeys, but they're intelligent monkeys, and they were made by wizards, but they escaped the wizards. But, you know, they actually liked being owned. These monkeys, they were actually quite okay with being slaves and being magically told. Yeah, it's like, holy what? And they're like, we feel that this may have been insensitive, and so we're going to make some changes.
In my defense, I was not laughing because slavery is funny. I was laughing that I forgot they did something so stupid.
Yeah!
I'm gonna clear the air right there for that. Slavery is not funny, but stupid people thinking it's like a plot thread, and both, like, slaves like to be slaves, and trying to distract it is funny.
Like, you know, there's that kind of belief that people will do stupid but lesser things to take the flack off them for doing stupid but real bad things.
See, that's what my theory was Trump. Like, if he really was as smart as people said he was, that would be, like, genius.
Yeah.
And people started to learn from that.
Yeah.
Companies started to learn that if you did one openly stupid but not all that important thing, like saying a slur or something, and then you just, like, make a bunch of kids slaves in a third world country, then they'll only remember the slur part.
Yeah.
That's easier to talk about on the news.
So, there's a lawsuit going on against Hershey, you know, Mars Company, for marketing their dark chocolate bar as, you know, like a healthier alternative kind of thing, right? Because dark chocolate is better for you than milk chocolate, right? And a guy got cancer, and he is suing them because when tested, their dark chocolate bar had incredibly high levels of lead and cadmium. So basically cancer-causing heavy metals in the dark chocolate. And he's like, I wouldn't have chosen your killing me quickly dark chocolate bar over the other bar if I had known that it had higher than safe levels of heavy metals.
I'm pretty sure no one would.
Yeah. So they're getting sued for that, right? And it turns out a lot of their other stuff also testing high for heavy metals and things like that.
And not just slavery.
And not just the child slavery. So they have the child slavery.
Hey, they have regular slavery too, mister.
And death squads.
And death squads.
And steal all your water.
And tell you to use formula because it's better, and then wait just long enough for you not to produce milk to take away the free formula.
But hey,
Remember that?
remember, they're gonna put out a Fem&M bag. It's gonna be only the lady color M&Ms.
I know, and that's all Fox News is talking about.
not the death squads or the water.
About, yeah.
Or the fucking heavy metal poisoning. Nah, Fem&Ms. That's important.
That's why I never trust when people are like, look, we have this woke thing. Like, I get mad at stuff that tries to be woke, not because it's trying to be quote-unquote woke, but because I know they're using it to distract from something way fucking terrible.
Yeah, and I am quite capable of hating many things all at once.
Plus, even if they're not, they're basically using some underserved, community as free advertising.
Yeah.
Which is fucking worse.
That's really funny with this Aldemodium thing. I'm so miffed about that. It just says it can only be in the deep dark. This is not the deep dark. This is just regular. Ah.
Regular dark.
It's not even dark. I'm in the mining dimension. Everything is light. And yes, the feminines should have estrogen in them. We also go with the name of Tittles. And,
I love Tittles.
God, there was something else. There's another one, but yes, Fem&Ms or Tittles. We accept both of these.
Tittles.
Yeah.
Pussy boots.
Pussy boots. I sure hope it does.
Oh fuck, does Jay Beezy know about the pussy boots?
I do not think Jay Beastie was here for the pussy boots, no.
Okay, so yesterday.
That was 2 days ago now.
2 days ago, I'm still laughing. I was trying to say pussy boots, because we were talking about Puss in Boots, because everyone's gay for the death thing. And instead I said pussy boots. And
then died for like 5 minutes straight.
I kept laughing at it. Because it was stupid. Also, speaking of Puss in Boots, Paul was telling me about it. And he was like, yeah, all the guys are super hot for the wolf. And I was like, oh yeah, furries. And then he was like, because I wasn't caring. He was like, the wolf is death. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I showed her the wolf and she's like, I see.
I was like, oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I can see furries are trying to do that. But as soon as it's like some kind of supernatural bullcrap monster thing, I'm all of a sudden like, oh, hello.
Just immediately like, yes, I see. And then I sent her a meme that, like, I don't know if that was done ironically or if that art was actually in earnest, but it was like, a child in front of a TV and it says, like, Hypnobox.
Oh, no, that was a joke.
Oh god,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was purposely drawn based off of an older one done by someone who does parodies of that. You know, the guy who did the Sickos, like, ha ha ha, yes.
Yeah. I mean, the Sickos are like, ha ha ha, yes, over Pussy Boots, but...
Yeah, I'll have to watch it sometime.
Yeah. There is a lot of horny involved in that, but just by watching all of the clips.
Good for the furries.
But I just like the two people behind the child laughing like ha 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 yes as he watches the movie, because one's wearing big homo and the other one's wearing big furry, and I'm like,
implying those are two separate things.
Exactly. I'm just cackling because I'm like, that's just Steve from accounting.
It's all just Steve.
Joke's on you, it's Steve from IT. He has a fursuit when he's not at work.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
He and his partner are doing well.
Hey. I like the word partner, because it can not only mean gay, but it can also mean like in crime or a cowboy.
His non-binary partner, Crayon. Oh, I had to throw shade at the non-binary news.
Oh man, I throw shade at a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, we have so many kids at our work that sometimes I'm like, I'm not sure if you're non-binary or you just have millennial parents, because that's an odd name.
Okay, so there is one. She is trans. Her name is Lily, and I've had to bite my tongue so many times because the other day I was talking with her, and I was like, "Is Lily short for Lilligant? You know, the Pokemon." And I'm like, because I'm starting to know Lily now, and I think it might be, or at least something of that nature. And
look, Paul, not everyone who's trans is in Pokemon.
Okay, just but like it's a short list.
Yeah. Some of them are really weird and into Digimon like me.
It's like what was that one video you were watching? It was like, it's like arguing over Digimon versus Pokemon, and you were like, Digimon, objectively.
At least Tamers. I will never love any childhood series more than Tamers, except maybe Sailor Moon. All trans people are into Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
100.
It's right there in the name, transform.
Yeah. They saw Sailor Moon and they were like, my calling.
Yeah. See, Z Beastie with Gudra.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. They all like Pokemon.
Now, what's the over-under overlap for gays and transformers?
Dude, this fucking ghoul just ran at the super mutant I was fighting. Just ran past me, just swinging him little ghoul arms.
Good guy Ghoul knows what he's here for.
I don't know. I think Transformers appeals slightly more. If a trans person like it, they're probably MTF.
I would agree with that. Though it's kind of funny because, like, you know, argument, like, when you get right down to it, there is, especially now, a lot more trans stuff in Transformers.
Yeah, obviously, like, the you know, queers took it over.
Yeah.
I'm not saying queers didn't like it. I'm saying they tend to be more like,
male.
cis males and, gay males, and some trans, M to F, I think.
Yeah.
Or lesbians.
Yeah, I would especially agree with the gay because, like, you know, that is, like, canon. The start of everything is, you know, a gay twink getting thrown out of a bar.
All M to F lesbians, however, are in the center of that Venn diagram, and they all like Transformers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good... what about Bionicle?
I don't know. I'm too old for Bionicle. I am so sorry. I entirely missed that boat.
Yeah, I definitely did. I barely knew about it as, like, a thing at all.
Sorry, honey. We're too old. We're sad millennials.
I see so many people like, hey, I got this new Bionicle thing. And I'm like, they still make Bionicle?
Have a comeback. And, like, give it, like, 10 years or so, there's gonna be a huge gay resurgence for that Ninjago stuff.
Oh, definitely.
Because Ninjago is actually pretty good. Like, I watched a little bit of it. I was, you know, it's obviously, I'm too old for it, but...
Right.
Like, I could totally see people getting super into that. And especially the gays.
I just find it really funny.
Literally a robot.
Yeah. I just find it really funny that, like, that's what the Lego movie it led to is Ninjago. Yeah. It's like that's arguably like a really good use for the stuff that they developed with the Lego movie.
Same with the new TMT.
Oh
yeah, a bunch of queers already like that, but they're gonna like it in the future too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's gonna get a big resurgence. Just watch.
The animation on it is so
really
nice.
Yeah.
We watched the TMNT
but
movie.
I'm told a lot of like straight cis dudes don't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I guess, you know, probably because it's the people who grew up on the original Ninja Turtles are probably now, like, just crapping on the new one, but it's
then again,
like...
a lot of the people in the animation, like, circles are somewhere on the queer spectrum.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's a lot of overlap there.
I think maybe Mother's Basement might be straight. I'm not sure.
Are you sure?
I am legit not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna question him. It's rude to ask someone's, you know, preferences.
Mm-hmm.
I don't assume anyone's gender or preferences.
The only thing
he does have a very cute, I believe it's his wife now, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's good to see people get married when they're nerds. It's nice.
The 4Kids 2000s era Ninja Turtles.
Actually, that one was apparently really good.
Yeah.
Like, it was, like, true to the OG Ninja Turtles and everything.
I mean, we grew up
That's really popular with the straights.
We grew up on Ninja Turtles on VHS, so, like...
you did. I wasn't into Ninja Turtles. I was into Sailor Moon. Fuck y'all.
Bro, I went to Burger King. I had no choice in the matter. They actually... I actually did have that, the Burger King Ninja Turtles VHS for the longest time. The one that was like the one with like those weird elves that you saw the toys of and were like, the fuck? That's where they're from, was that Burger King VHS.
I was into Sailor Moon like a true queer.
Yeah, that's fair. they're just they're just cousins.
Bro, when I watched that when I was younger, because they pulled the same shit on Cardcaptor Sakura.
Yeah.
It just made me think there were a lot of incestual cousin relationships in Japan. Which, as I got older, I realized was kind of true. So, they weren't completely wrong.
Oh yeah, there were several Ninja Turtles films.
Oh yeah.
I think there's 3 ? I'd have to ask Ivy because she's the one that is like the major nerd for those ones. I only watched I think I watched the first one, maybe the second. Yeah, see, I grew up with the original X-Men animation, including, again, the VHSs from Pizza Hut.
X-Men was started by queers. It doesn't count. It was already queer.
Designed by, for, and of queers.
Yes.
You look at Gambit and tell me anything straight was involved.
Same with Star Trek. It doesn't count. It was already queer.
Yeah.
You can't argue if queers liked Star Trek or X-Men. They were already queer.
Oh, man. Like, X-Men is one of those things.
They weren't as queer as they could have been, but it was...
They got better.
Yeah. Like, I listened to, there's a great YouTube channel called Matt Baum, the Culture Detective, and he also has a podcast called The Sewers of Paris. He goes into, the history of queer television and movie cinema and stuff like that. And how people had to work around it in the very first queer marriage, the very first trans characters, stuff like that. And it's really fascinating because you don't remember it's hard to remember now, but that used to be a huge thing. Everyone's like, oh, they're trying to queer our TVs, but they had to fight tooth and fucking nail to get just the minimum amount of representation.
Wolverine and stuff is Wolverine is definitely not straight, and in fact, that's one of the.
You can't be immortal and straight.
That's one of the best ships. Actually, is Wolverine and Hercules, because in one of the side things it's in another dimension where he's allowed to just be him. He's married to Hercules.
Yeah.
That was his. If he hadn't kept getting mind wiped all the time, this is where he would have ended up, and it was, not straight.
You can't go to space and be straight, and you can't be immortal and be straight. It's physically impossible.
Yeah, and and there again, Deadpool. That's a perfect example. Deadpool is pan.
Yeah.
In canon and everything.
Nerds got so grumpy about that.
And people got so pissy over it.
That's the thing, though. Deadpool was made by that one guy who can't draw feet. God, what was his name? I forget. But the guy who made he made Spawn and stuff like that. He was super straight.
McFarlane?
No,
that's good. Spawn's McFarlane.
Let's see. I'll try to do it while I'm not getting shot at.
Hey. Although I did see one thing that was so and so, artist from a long time ago from X-Men and stuff is coming back to working on Marvel stuff. And I was like, oh no, it's that artist. And not Liefeld. I don't think it's Liefeld.
It's Rob Liefeld, yeah. It's Liefeld.
Oh, the Deadpool. Yeah. Gotcha. But the artist
He's straight as fuck.
Yeah, he is. But the artist that is coming back is the one where they're he used to work for X-Men and blah blah blah. Now he's coming back to Marvel. And then they show a panel and it's oh no. It's the guy that really liked muscles and feet. It was the old
the reverse Liefeld.
The old artist for X-Men is particularly who always.
Wait, I think I know the art you're talking about.
The one with Beast being door frame width and always going feet first at the panels. That
Furries.
One. Oh boy. And it's just oh no. It's you can tell. There's a meme on the art stuff, and it's figure out the artist fetish within the first 3, figure out their 3 fetishes just by looking at their art.
Safe for work art too.
And it's
yeah, it's gotta be safe for work.
And that guy, it's just men, muscles, feet in that order.
I always do that, and I never feel satisfied with the results. I feel like I could be worse.
You could make it worse.
I think from that last comic I did that I haven't posted up yet, you can figure it out. That's up on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Ah, gee, what's in all of those shots super close up and nothing else?
Yeah. What's the artist fetish for Venom? Well, we've got ass, teeth, and tongue.
Yeah. Okay, DBZ, what's my fetish? You know my shit.
Yeah, everybody in chat, what's Melody's fetish based off of
The
her
only
art?
art they have right now is your puppet. Oh no, puppets is my fetish. I told you though. Like,
Monster fucker. First response.
That's not a fetish. That's like a subcategory. Rude.
First response, monster fucker.
That's like saying furry is a fetish. It's not a fetish. There are subcategories within furry fandom. Like they always say, like pretty ladies. It's like that's not a fetish.
I mean,
That's
it is.
just normal.
I'm sorry, dear. Is that just objectively correct? Is that what you're going
Who's
for?
not into pretty ladies?
Fair. I'm into my
sorry,
pretty lady.
but pretty ladies is just natural.
Hey, ladies.
Even gay guys and straight women can be like, "Oh, that lady is pretty."
You're pretty.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, like honestly, the guy who plays Venom in the current movies,
He fought for that shit, man.
he fought really hard to be allowed to do the character his way for the second movie, and it really does show because it is fucking buddy cop gay as hell. Yeah, Tom Hardy, thank you.
Yeah, you could just like, I hadn't felt like a movie was like made for me since like Birds of Prey, and they both just kind of scream for the gays.
Yeah, because like
there's literally a scene where Venom comes out to a bunch of people and they cheer while he's in rave gear.
Like, it was so good. It was so good. And it was way more fun and enjoyable than the first
I
one.
loved it. It was probably my favorite movie that year.
Yeah.
It was the only movie I think I saw in theaters that year because everyone was like, "This is super gay." I'm like, "I am in."
I stopped paying attention at gay.
Let's go.
You
That
know.
will get me though.
Oh yeah.
That's the reason I saw Fury Road. They were like, "This is really feminist and it's making all the men mad." I was like, "Oh, let's fucking go, man!"
And it was great.
And it
made
was
a
great.
ton
It's
of
one
money.
of my favorite movies. It's probably my favorite live action movie. Period.
And like, oh man, so the new Avatar movie has apparently made their money back.
It's apparently getting beat by Megan though.
Yeah, good.
I've heard good things about Megan, but I don't know, the dancing and stuff they keep showing the commercials is so like what's the Gen after us? Gen Z?
Gen Z?
Yeah, it's very Gen Z, and I feel like it's not made for me, but I hope they really enjoy it.
It's apparently very good.
Yeah.
One of the
I
things
just don't think I'd see it in theaters. I think I'd watch it at home and talk about it with you.
I actually saw one thing talking about, that dance that they keep showing the clip for all the time. What happens right after the dance is she rips the arm off of the paper cutter to use as a melee weapon.
I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, well, that's
Have you
what.
ever had a paper cutter? The things like the big art ones are fucking huge. You could like behead someone with that.
Yeah.
If it even had like no point. Like those things are fucking heavy as shit. Oh my god. And
Yeah.
apparently she killed more people in the script than in the movie. It's like just let her fucking maul people down. Let her eat people.
Well, apparently, like I said, right after that dance is murder time.
Yeah, I just find
With
the
the
dance
paper
kind of
cutter.
cringe, but I think that's because I'm just old.
I mean, apparently they did the dance thing in Wednesday, which
Eh,
also is apparently quite good.
we're old though, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really want dancing in my movies unless it's tap. Maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm just the one who likes the 1920s fucking shit.
Old crotchety wife.
Hey, want my swing music and not that electro swing. I still like electro swing
You
too.
do. I was gonna say.
But I prefer actual swing music.
It's funny. We because we ran out of stupid labels at work, because of course we did. I had to just print out the labels I needed on regular paper, and I was back in the back, and I realized we have a paper cutter back there.
Yeah.
So I got to sit there going
it's
for a
so
while,
satisfying.
and See, Beastie says, okay, but what if Sexy Monster does the cringe dance?
No, I don't want that sexy monster to do the cringe dance. And I hate calling it cringe because I kind of cringe at it, but I think that's just because I'm a millennial. and being that open about stuff and like dancing like that was considered like kind of lame.
Nope. Venom doing the floss.
Venom can do it because Venom is campy.
Because Venom is also a lame old man.
Yeah. Venom can pull off anything. He's fun.
His
See, with him, it's no longer cringe. It's camp.
default dance. Oof.
You see, whenever I see a dance like that, I immediately think about that scene from Spider-Man where he's
Yes.
got like, the fucking emo haircut and he dances in the doorway and it's lame as shit.
Because he did what he
That's
thought people.
immediately whenever I see these TikTok dances. I immediately flash back to like the stupid anime dances we used to do and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so glad we didn't have TikTok back then because I would be dying now.
I buy sausage. or the out of touch Thursday dance.
Dude, some people didn't realize caramel dancing was a dance.
I mean, yeah.
See, I dance alone at home with my synth writer and my Beat Saber where no one can see and no one knows my shame. I am not this open on the internet.
Any weapon from comics, real life, or films, what would you choose?
The depression gun.
The depression gun?
The depression gun from Hitchhiker's Guide.
Huh. It just gives
A
people
movie.
depression?
It makes everyone feel the way you feel.
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah. It gave an entire race depression because the depressed robot did it.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna watch wrestling? Fun. Enjoy. Wife likes certain people from wrestling because
I like to look at
hot
pretty people.
ladies.
I don't care much for wrestling.
Eh,
I don't dislike it, but it just doesn't. It's like shonen. It doesn't rustle my jimmies.
yeah.
Give me my stupid goth theater. I'm too goth for wrestling. I need sad emo crap.
I always kind of enjoy the idea of a
Why is this water so irradiated?
Gee, dear, could it be the nukes?
It's been 20 years.
I always enjoy the kind of thing where, like, I enjoy a weapon or an item that is so good at what it does that it starts to become more of itself.
The Mesmatron!
There's, in Warhammer 40k, there is, this one guy. He's an apothecary, you know, he's a medic. And, a while back, he's like, I don't have enough hands for doing all the hand things that I need to do while healing people. So he made basically a backpack that plugs into his spine with all these little legs and things like that. And it looks kind of like a spider. And over the, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years, because he works for Chaos, so he's oftentimes in the warp and outside of time. And over the, you know, hundreds and then thousands of years this thing has been around, it has progressively grown more than it could possibly be. So it went from being a backpack of machinery to at points where he's separated from it, it has started like roaming around on its own. And at one point it started making little offspring somehow, but it started eating the help, so he chastised it for that. But it was like, he's like, how do you even do that? I didn't make it so you could. And I love it. So that's really cool.
You were talking about cringe for dancing, and I used to draw Soniato fan art.
You did. What about goth wrestlers, Beastie asks?
I don't really care for wrestling. Like, I feel like it's too physical.
No, I mean like goth, like the goth
Oh yeah,
characters.
most of the ones I do like visually are kind of goth.
She
Or
like
gremlins.
Yeah, she likes
I
that
like the gremlin women.
the goth gremlin lady. She's the little Asian lady with the green eye paint and the red
And
color
also
scheme.
the other one that's in like the cute pigtails who learns like fuck.
Oh yeah.
I like her. She's fun.
Oh yeah, the chainsaw gun from Gears of War. That's a pretty cool gun.
It'll clog up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It is not practical at all.
See, you know the
Chainsaws are horrible weapons.
the premise of like
Chainsaw Man.
the premise
Fitness Man.
the premise of the chainsaw like weapon like that, you know, both the chainsword from Space Marines and the Lancer and stuff like that, is that they have developed some kind of super motor that won't overheat and fucking blow up or break, and, you know, magic teeth that don't break off or clog up and stuff like that.
Okay, but if you're gonna have that, it needs to look pink with hearts and purple, like the one from Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
God, that game was fun. It was kind of dumb and broken, but fun.
Wasn't there some rumor of there
There
gonna
was
be another
something
one?
about them remaking it. I think it did good for a remake, honestly.
I think it would, yeah.
I got a lot of music from that. Yeah, Dragon Force in it. I was happy about that. I always forget other people like Dragon Force besides me.
We have Dragon Force on. We have it on Beat Saber,
I
right?
think I took it off a while ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's basically the suffering
They're
song.
always either too slow or you just can't do them. There's no like middle ground.
Yeah. Although that is a pretty long song too.
Oh yeah,
so.
all their songs are like about 4 to 7 minutes.
Yeah, that would be pretty brutal to Beat Saber for.
I'll take a chain sword if I can make it look like the lollipop chainsaw.
Yeah,
That's what I want. What it keeps exploding behind me?
well, as long as it's not you, does it matter? Yeah, I like to see people that make their custom, especially custom chapters of Space Marines in Warhammer 40k, because I see some funny ass shit. And I'm not talking about the people that make the, Sisters of Battle with like big tits and stuff like that. That's boring. I'm talking about like the Hello Kitty Space Marines and shit like that.
Yes, I need to paint yours. I keep
Just
forgetting.
designed for other people's suffering. Like, it's not that serious, bro, kind of stuff. I love that. Like, I love the space sharks. I love that those have become canon, because how stupid is that? But also, how fucking cool. Like, you should be allowed to have fun in your stuff.
What's the point if you're not being stupid as shit?
Right?
It's like when we're playing D&D, and I'm like, I don't care if I win the fight. All that matters is it's funny. That's the goal, is it not to be funny?
Oh yeah, but when the bard uses a fart cloud to block off half the battlefield, I complained. Yeah,
I know, it's funny.
Yeah, I had fun.
What's the point if you're not laughing? I don't get it. Otherwise, it's just math with extra steps.
Yep.
The fun part should be solving weird puzzles and being funny.
I had plenty of fun with it. I've really enjoyed our D&D campaign.
I like throwing things with my mage hand.
I think it'd be fun to do like a D&D campaign where you're playing as monsters.
I want to do one where it's basically either the SCP organization with actual SCPs, or it's like Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah. See, like,
SCPs is basically Cabin in the Woods, so you could really do either.
I feel like if you did the SCP, what you would do is like each
I need a D6000.
like each session, you would roll the dice to see what your SCP is, and then have to like deal with it, kind of thing. Because sometimes you might get the teddy bear that knits you new organs,
right?
and sometimes you might get the plague doctor.
Come to think of it, you could probably just get a D100 and then a D6, and then do that. And the first number will be the 1000.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
You know what you could do is you could like good, neutral, bad. So like a D3. And then start from there.
It'd be Safe, Euclid, and Keter.
Yeah.
Euclid. But there's also new ones now, which I don't care for.
Well, of course.
I mean, Thamiel kind of made sense, because I was like, we can literally do nothing about this because it's giant, big, and horrible, so,
Just don't look at it.
But Keter was fine.
Yeah.
We don't need more than Keter. If it's more than Keter, you can't deal with it, so it's Thamiel, so who cares?
Yep. It's like, it doesn't need to be anything beyond that, because like, if you can't do anything about it, you can't do anything about it. Especially...
I mean, obviously, you're trying to do something about it, but if it's Thamiel, you can't do nothing, no shit. So stop saying, like, Thamiel 1-5, like, level 3. No, it's all just world destroying or you can't deal with it. So stop finding stuff in between that ruins it. I hate it.
If you can't address it, appease it, or ignore it, then it doesn't matter, because there's nothing you can do.
A lot of them you can just watch it.
Yeah.
Tadpole vending machine. Little Scout shit. Oh my god, I want it all.
Yeah. And you want it, meow.
Yes, I'm going to get a hat.
Nickel.
Yeah. And I'm going to get, oh, this one is a skirt.
A skirt?
Tadpole's apparently the,
Girl Scouts?
Yeah, more or less.
Our legally distinct Girl Scouts.
Oh, I can't get nothing, I ain't got no coins.
Can you get the sugar bombs or whatever?
Oh, there's 2 of them.
I like the possums.
Can I sell stuff? No. I guess I forgot to find whatever does it.
I like the possums because they look like a little pervert.
Not that it matters. I mean, I like my priest vestments. I think that fits me well as a character. If I RP with Chibi, I'll do that.
Alright, have a good one, zombie. I'm gonna be mining for a bit longer.
Don't
just doing
mine
general
at
stuff.
night. I'll be sick.
Hey. I mean, I'm in the mining dimension. It's never night here. Only mining time. Oops, all mines.
Ponies are coming back too.
They are. I've been seeing a lot of pony art. Art, if you will. I can say stupid things, and there's nothing she can do.
Yeah, I think it's about time people start doing retrospectives. I didn't realize it went on for like 10 years.
What, pony?
Yeah, the new one.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That long.
How long? I stopped watching around season 3.
I mean, you know, if you got a thing that's doing good, might as well just keep doing it, right? I think arguably that's probably part of that was just like, it's doing good. Why stop? Do we have ideas? Then keep going. I mean, like, she had ideas probably forever, I'm sure. Because aren't
no, Lauren Faust, she left after season 1.
Huh. Who was writing it then?
Just people.
Oh, okay.
She just felt like she didn't have the creative control over it that she wanted anymore, so she just left.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it's, you know, Hasbro, you're not going to have a lot of creative control to begin with, so she's kind of lucky she got what she did.
Hasbro.
It's kind of funny, because most people agree that the second season was probably one of the better seasons.
I think, for what I see a lot, I think artists should have most of the freedom, like most of the freedom and most of the artistic control, but not all.
Well, that's also the thing when it comes to larger projects like that. One person is not going to have complete control of it no matter what.
Yeah.
Because it's got to go through multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have someone who's really big and trying to put out their vision, or you have someone who's like funding a specific idea, like you're probably not going to have that much creative control over it in the end.
Like, I mean, we liked Castlevania on Netflix. That was really good. And it very much felt like Netflix was like, okay, here's your money. Don't do anything that would get us sued. Fuck off. And we're basically just given control from there.
Netflix kind of does that with most of its shit. Like, everyone talks about canceling stuff, but it's really good at greenlighting new stuff at the very least. Like, I mean, obviously I'm not up for the, put it in and cancel it, but...
Yeah, like, I would prefer it if they let things finish, obviously. Because, like, yeah, that's much preferred. But, we made it. We made it down to the basement. Hooray. And we got a bunch of redstone and a lot of coal along the way. So now we're where we need to be to get more redstone, I think. I'm actually mildly confused as to, like, how some of this is gonna work, because now I'm at a weird Y level. Stuck in ad hell. Ah, I'm sorry, Kalo. Yep. 3, 4, and 5. Hot day. It is a little warm. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we've made our little basement mining area, so that's cool. This is be where we can mine for, I guess, is redstone? To be honest, redstone won't be here. What the heck is flux tooth spores? What does that do? Ah, it's mushrooms that you can grow redstone with. Neat. So, there's no redstone that could be in the end stone, so I guess I have to go back up to the slate level. I should make stair. Oh, I don't have a crafting bench on me. Well, this is going to take forever, so. I should make stairs. Since I have a lot of resources, I can do that. Stairs.
Oh, looks like a dam over there.
A dang.
Dam. Or a steel mill or something.
Neat. coal in a thing. I don't have coal in a thing. I should make a thing. Yeah, I have enough chests and...
If I can get up there. We're gonna find out. Yeah, I'm gonna drink the fucking orange water now.
I mean, it's probably fine, right?
No!
It's just glowing a little.
No, it's not glowing, it's just orange.
The rust adds character.
Well, this is a steel mill, so.
Yeah, see? It's probably rust.
Virginia, that's where
it
the
crashed.
Sawbones couple lives.
Minecraft, why you crash?
That's where the Elric brother lives. I don't know where the other two live.
Why does it crash? That's weird.
Loves you.
It really does. Alright.
Oh, an elevator.
No, we'll have to relaunch it. There we go.
Where's this elevator standing? Oh boy.
It seems like the Wayla tooltips are causing crashes, which are those little things up at the top that tell me what's the thing that I'm looking at. So
This elevator sent me nowheres.
elevator to nowhere.
Oh!
Where?
Super molten.
The Sulphur Mountains?
Sapama. I guess they would be up here. I probably shouldn't have come here without looking at shit. There's a dog.
Ah, the Beastie is watching that.
Ah.
Yeah. People are talking about the new oh, have a good night, kiddo. Oh yeah, it is very late for you. Wait a minute.
Caleb.
Kiddo over there in Europe. It's quite late. Young lady, go to bed.
Young lady.
Good night, kiddo. And people are talking about the new Trigun. And there's like the one image of him dodging the bullets all cool and stylish. And everyone's like, but what about Lizard Man running from bullets? And they're showing him like spider crawling along the ground, which is arguably way funnier. But also like, that's more tone appropriate for that show too.
Why am I being a lady?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but there are a lot of bombs places.
You know what, Paul? Now. I will kill you.
Uh-huh, in my sleep, I know. One day I just won't wake up. I guess we probably will have to watch the Trigun thing just to say that we watched the first episode.
I'll wait for Mother's Basement.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if he thinks it's any good, and if he thinks it's okay, I'll consider.
I want to watch it even if it's bad, just so I can dunk on it. But not like, if it's just boring, then no.
I don't watch boring shit.
Yeah, if it's just boring, I don't want to watch it. But if it's either like bad, like real bad, or good, I'll watch it. Because if it's real bad, I want to be able to dunk on it. Because like, I like Trigun. Original Trigun was really cool. And you know, it had serious moments and it had dire ass stuff.
Oh my god, Paul! Oh, you missed it. This guy was crouching while just sliding at me.
He's just butt scooting along. But like, it had the comedy and stuff to offset those dire moments, so it gave it a good like tone and feel to it.
Anime used to be a lot serious, like less serious, and I kind of missed that.
Yeah, I mean, like,
well, you still had the serious stuff. You had like Berserk and shit.
Yeah, I mean, even Trigun had serious stuff. Like, he did blow a hole in the moon. Like, he did cause the catastrophe that made the planet the way it is.
Look at things like Rurouni Kenshin. It's usually the nice contrast between the incredibly powerful guy and just his chillness about it, because he doesn't want to be part of that.
Mm-hmm. Like, you know, he is the walking disaster that caused their world to be a, you know, sandy heck hole.
Yeah, and Rurouni Kenshin doesn't want to be tied to his old ways. Like,
yeah.
It's just supposed to be like, I do not wish to be this, so I am going to try to live a peaceful life, because war is bad.
I choose to be this way kind of thing, and it's really, like, I like that. Like even even Wolfwood, the priest guy with the gun cross.
Yeah.
Like he was still like a really cool character, and he could be serious and stuff like that, but he could also be goofy as all get out, which is fun. All right. Now to put away all of the decor. There we go.
I'm gonna go down a bit.
Okay.
I'm feeling sick.
Run out of energy.
Oh, I almost have enough atoms for that backpack.
Cool.
The Mothman backpack.
Mothman. There's no need to wear pants.
It looks like Mothman's like swaddled behind you. Like a little baby.
Cute.
So I kind of want it.
Let's see. Raw, copper. Bye, wifey. I love you, wifey. Wifey's got to sleepy. She's sick. My poor baby. She's sick. I will miss her. I'll sit here all alone and talk to you guys. Ooh, I got uranium. Yay, uranium. You for uranium bombs. There we go. And we'll put away the gold. And we'll put away all this raw zinc. We've got some diamonds and emeralds and hippity hoppity hooray. There we go. It's all a bunch of iron in there, so that's good. And some aluminium. Well, I guess that would be a good point to set up my potato stuff. Actually, that would be a good point, because I can or triple that aluminium if I set up the potatoes. What's I gonna put in there? I don't remember. I was gonna put something in there. You know what? Here, we'll just that. And now we'll see what's the biggest. What has the most of things I should put away? Wait a minute. Oopsies. Anyways, no one saw that. Don't worry about it. Alright. So... Wait, don't I have iron over here? Oh, that's osmium. I have osmium in here? I don't think I have any osmium in here. Okay. I don't really have anything valuable enough to really put into a thing, so... Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Neat. Alright, everything's put up. So, wait. There we go. All the copper can be put away. Because I saw more, like, the dimensional shards. If I see more than what's in the thing, then I know that I like redstone. I can see that. And since I locked the drawers like a smarty pants, where? Lord Dorkbenner, the Doctor. Which probably means he has regeneration. I'm gonna go give him the stabs real quick. Because he's here, and I can get loot from him. There we go. Perished. Ow. Oh, werewolf. Or whatever. Anyways, dead as well. Back to base. Oh, I should put up my bowls, and I should get some soup. Some soup. I have some extra soup stowed away. What do we get? We got... Oh, that's got protection on it, so that's cool. Soup. From a bowl. There we go. Soup get. And we got soup. Right. We're going to make the phytogenic isolator. So what do we need? We need a few things. Tin gear, check. Thing, check. Redstone, check. And what's that? Lumium. How we make aluminum? There it is. Silver. It's 1 silver, 3 tin, 2 glowstone. 1 silver, 3 tin, 2 glowstone. 1 silver. 3 tin. 3 tin. 1 silver, 3 tin. And then the glowstone is 2 each, so we'll actually need 4 because this will double. So that's 2, 6, and 4. There we go. So we're gonna take out our hammer. We're gonna hammer it good. Double that up and double that up. There we go. And I use platinum because platinum lasts for a long time. All right, induction. There we go. Off it goes. It's taking 60 a tick. This is producing 80 a tick, so we don't have any power loss there. We shouldn't have any power loss. Oh yeah, wait, we're actually using a little power to keep this alive, but not much. That's actually 71, so we're still slightly ahead. And there's our aluminum. Over the gears for the phytogenic insulator. So we'll make the phyto. We'll make 2 gears. Go. And there we go. Ta-da! We've got the thing. And now he can do all the things. He can grow potatoes. Let's, in fact, get a potato out of him. And put a potato in. What am I missing? Because it's not exactly organic farming. Gloriously incandescent. So, what does he need? Water. So we need to make a sink. Aha! I did remember a thing. Sink. Alright, so we need 3 clay things and a bucket of water. 1, 2, 3. And we have a bucket on us. Yeet. And there's a bucket of water. And over here. Cool. You made another purple. Cabbages for my soup. Wow. There's a lot of cabbages. Okay. I always forget how good those things are until you see just like, well, you know what? We'll leave it be. I will make like pots, I guess, later to do better with. Right. We need to cook that clay. 28, 27, 27, 27 now. There we go. Get our clay cooked. Probably should make better soil though. Oh no, he's got the supremium in that one. He doesn't have the better one, and I actually have plenty of cabbages now, so we're just gonna go ahead. Just gonna take that out real quick. Right, so we want let's see. Fernium, and we got a good bit, so there it is. We want the infusion catalyst, and we want, let's do 16. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. That'll make a blue. Cool. We should have a hoe in here. Sorry about that, y'all. We do. Go. We go. Hoe. Farmland. Blue. Done. Cool. Alright. We'll throw that in there. So we really do need to be getting Infernium going. Hey, there's a seed. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. So we're just going to have that going in a pot in here. And there we go. And there we go. So what's that? Pretty good progress. Alright. So that'll just sit there growing us Infernium, which we need. We're going to work on that. There's our soup. There's the bowl. We got lots of soup cooking, as we want. Yes. Right. the clay to make us a sink. There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, it was a quest. Of course it was. Tips and tricks. Sink. Hey, and a fluid pipe for free. Cool. Alright, well, since we have a sink, just have it right there. And we'll take that there fluid pipe and we'll go burp. And you auto input enabled water. We'll get our thing and there we go. Shazam! He's got water, he's got potato. Output, and we will actually get that. Uh oh, where'd it go? Did it fall off the building? May have fallen off. Oh, there it goes. Alright, we'll actually slap this on top of him, hip, like that. And output enabled. So that, if I did that right, will finish up shortly and should throw the potato up into the chest. This uses 20 discontinuously. Fair enough. There it goes. Potato. Did not. Wait, auto input enabled. Okay. So it should be going out. Is it because that's locked? Yep, okay. Okay, cool. I fixed it. Yay! Alright, so there we go. That is just going to be perpetually cooking us potatoes. And in fact, we will take all those out and put them in there. So, cool. Was there a quest in the storage stuff to make storage upgrades? Oh, okay. Okay. Real quick. There we go. Yep. There we go. And we need to take out our cards. He should still be linked. Oops. There we go. Alright, so we're just going to do some quickie quests to get free stuff, which is always good. See? Ooh, we got a gold upgrade. Nice. Drawer upgrades, they exist. Cool. Alright. Using link to enter drawers to sync up the contents. This works just like an inner chest, but for drawers. Ooh, fancy. Compacting storage controller, which let me get that real quick. I hope that doesn't mess things up. It probably did. Let's find out. Link. Let's relink everybody, but that's fine. It finished a quest. There we go. Right, and then we do this. Go. Everybody's locked. Baller. So that got me two chests, copper upgrade, and a gold upgrade. Nice. Diamond upgrade requires the gold, 2 chests, and a bunch of diamonds, which we can afford that. We can definitely afford that. Doom, 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 doom. We need to make some chests though, because we don't have any right now. Can we use Zelkova planks? We're gonna find out. No. Why can't these things? Okay, Skyrus? Ugh. You're killing me. Nope. You guys are useless. Okay. Maybe I need to make a botany pot for, I don't know, probably Zelkova. I might do that. Since I have a Zelkova sapling, that's lots of wood. I'll do it later, probably. Says the liar, lyingly. Oh, hey, Trader Man. What up, Trader Dude? Let's see what he's got. You got anything fancy worth me caring about? Rune. Wither Skulls. Blaze Powder. Huh. Wither Skulls aren't bad. I can just get those now, though, so that's not a big deal. How is this room doing? 4 Infonium already! Woo! And obviously we do need to get better soil for it to grow on. There we go, there we go, there we go. Let's make some chests. We needed 2. There we go. There we go. And it's upgrade. And we need the... I'll see it in a sec. There it is, the diamond one. Requires 2 blocks of diamonds, so this is expensive. There we go. And we got that one. And then the other one's netherite, which is ludicrous. Oh well, it's actually just 1 netherite ingot. So it's not terrible, but we're not going to do that right now. Because we don't have the netherite, I think. Yeah. We'll do that. So there we go. We've now upgraded that to stupid amounts of space. Which is cool. So I think our next thing will be... come on. No pink. No pink. Yeah. Really having bad luck with that. Supposedly 10%. Alright, so we'll make that into some more iron. Check. Honestly, we don't really need that now. We could probably change that up, but that's okay. We'll just let it keep going. How about out here? Is here grown out? No. I still need just the pink. I need 1 more of those pink things and I can upgrade my watering can. Alright, so that's another thing done. We've got the phytogenic growing potatoes. So we need a extra crusher to go with that. We should probably make the solar thing before I think of all this. Because I can make solar pretty easily, generally. Like, even those are not bad. What's that? A pane with some paste? Just need to make paste. What is that? Store generates 20, generates 60. That's pretty cheap. And that needs hardened. So I could make that. In fact, I will. I will make a couple of these basic guys. So let's see what we can do. What do we got? Have we already made some glass? I've got a little bit, but not much. But that's plenty, I think. Okay. So, let's do that. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3. There's 1. 3. There's another. And the basic ones require 3 starters. So, let's do... there we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's enough to do the 80. And we need... Oops. Sorry. There we go. Let's just do that. There we go. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3. Check. We need to do 1, 2, 3. Check. And we need more paste. That's fine. We got a bucket. There we go. Paste. Let's make 2 just in case, because we're probably going to need it. Go. There we go. Alright, so now then. Solar. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Alright, so we need another basic capacitor. Which is just gonna need that. Misclicked. Go, basic capacitors, check. And the other thing we need now is that guy. There we go. Did I just throw those? I did. No one saw that. Alright, there we go. One casing, check. One thing, check. And now we have an 80 count solar panel. Which should just, probably can just slap down. Can I just, like that? Yeah, there it goes. Cool. Alright, so that's just gonna perpetually make, let's say 320 a tick? Oh. No, generate 60 a tick. Okay. But it can extract at 320. Down extract. Okay. Well, anywho, that's just gonna generate power for good now. And since that only takes 11, and that running is not running, because I don't have the thing. There's a thing to make it so that it just it's like cyclic. Products may be transferred to input process completion. That's what I need. I need to make that, which is Constantin, Silver, and Signalum. Alright. Well, we do need to make augment stuff anyway, so starting with this. We only need a gold gear. There we go. So, step 1, hardened. Check. Step 2, need Signalum. And in that cyclic one, that we need that. We need 2 more. So we actually need to make that twice. Cool. Let's also make that while I'm thinking about it. Alright, so Signalum. We need a bunch. We need, can I just, let me see. There it is, induction. So 1 silver. We need 2 gears, so we need this 4 times. So 4 silver, 12 copper. 4 silver. 12 copper. Which we just, we have it. There we go. And then the redstone, which I don't remember how much it was, so I don't care. There we go. Double mint gum, off we go. There we go. Check into the induction. Doot, doot, doot. How did you start to cook? What's silver and copper? Is that Constantin? Alright, well, it made the right stuff. What is nickel and copper? Okay. Well, anyways, that will make us the Signalum that we need. And that will make us the Signalum gears. So we'll be able to upgrade that. He runs at 60 a tick, so he's just taking our solar power, but we're using very little other than that. Yeah. That says 20 a tick, but okay. Well, either way, there's all of our Signalum. Redstone goes back. There we go. There we go. So augment. Augment. There we go. 1, 2. There we go. Now we have this in the phytogenic, which can hold much more water, much more power. And let's put a potato in it. And it should go much quicker. There we go. Right, and then we need to do the cyclic. That. So we need 2 more gears. And what do we need? We need 4 silver and then Constantin, which is copper and nickel. So copper, nickel, and silver. Silver. We need 4 of that. Alright, and we want to ore double it. And then I think we can hammer the ingots to make the thing. Nope. Darn. Da, 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 da. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. So that is everybody. And then there we go. So we're gonna fuse that here. Copper, nickel. And I think I can just do that. Huh. Would have thought that we'd be able to do that. How do we make the plates then? Oh, it's 2 per. Or we can make an engineer's hammer, which we're gonna make an engineer's hammer because we're not gonna spend that much resources. Which it's not a bad idea to have an engineer's hammer anyways. There we go. Alright, so we need 2 constant tin plates. 4 silver plates. Check. Now we have 2 hammers. Check and check. And now we make the cyclic guy right there. And we slap that in and we should see that it should just keep processing the potatoes. We gotta check, but that's what it's supposed to do, I think. So let's make sure. Correct. Alright, so that's just gonna keep going forever. It's on solar with a sink, so it's got infinite water, and it's running at 60 a tick. So yeah, it will just run forever. In fact, we might make a second solar just for funsies. We need to do that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Nope, not quite. Almost. That's fair. Darn, we need to make 1 more glass. It's night time, and now it's daytime. Nighttime, daytime, nighttime, daytime. Alright. There we go. Get that cooked. There we go. There's our 1 glass. There's some infernium. No pink. Dang it. Blech. Bad luck. Bad luck, bad luck. Alright. So we need to make 2 more panes for the solar. And 1, 2. Need to make more paste, huh? Fair enough. Alright. And paste. Well, same thing as last time. We do it twice because it takes a lot for some of these things. There we go. So now we have the paste. Solar. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Ah, short 1 pane. Ah, yeah, because we ran out of paste. There we go. And now we have that. And now we can do this, where we do that to that to these guys, which I'm sure we need, as we always do. There we go. Another 60 solar. Nice. And we do, in fact, have a cable. We can just take a little cable right there. And now we're putting in 120 a tick without wasting lava. There we go. And by the way, connect to textures. Always cool. Looks nice. Loose and smooth. So there we go. So now that can run forever. The solar will power this forever without wasting anything, and we have lava as a backup generator. So now we are basically set, period, for a little bit. Until we get our potatoes up and running, which we're doing. You there, man with the plan. What? Ah, you can right click them, that's funny. Oh yeah, you're just that one. You're the boring one. Cool. Okay. Pink? No pink. Hey. Someday. Pink? No pink. Pink? No pink. Bummer. Okay, so we've got that going. We now know where we can get redstone. We now know where we can get allthemodium. What allthemodium stuff would we work for? Probably the armor, right? Because it's just straight up the ingots. The allthemodium gives you some neat stuff. It's also really durable, obviously. It's incredibly powerful armor. I think can only really... I think that's it. Anvil on a stick. That's funny. So I think that's that. I wouldn't really make any other tools, to be honest. Maybe an allthemodium knife. That's just because that's funny. Oh yeah, I can make that. So that charm would make me able to harvest the allthemodium pretty easily. And I feel like I should do that. I'll work on that later. Alright, so we got potatoes cooking. We'll have a bunch of that set up. I want to get a power supply going. See, I want to do the what is it? Advanced generators? That's the ticket. Which can do syngas. And syngas is coal dust. So syngas producer. Alright, so wood produces carbon. Coal dust, 16. Block of charcoal. So block of coal is 1400. Block of coke is even more. Way more syngas. 14 to 288 or 20. Okay, so doubled. Yeah, doubled. Charcoal is 1600. Planks are 400. So, hey, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. I'm just kind of like pondering stuff. I'm probably going to make my usual, which is going with potatoes and let's see, enhanced, advanced, which is bronze. Reinforced is Invar or steel. And composite is reinforced or Enderium. And reinforced is just a diamond. So that's not terrible. I could probably crank that out pretty good. That makes the composite turbine. Oh wait, composite turbine rotors. Okay. Okay, so I was right. So it has to be step by step by step. Okay, cool. And then you can make that into the turbines. This is up to 1,000 per tick. Can be installed in the gas turbine controller. Cool. And then we can have it doing flux and all that jazz. So, if I remember right, ethylene is our ticket. That's our Bernie stuff. Right? Liquid ethylene. Okay. So, liquid ethylene will come from the ethylene gas. Liquid ethylene in there produces a ludicrous amount in the gas turbine controller. I may set up the advanced thing because that's a single bucket produces 11 million RF. And you can do it really cool ways. So I may try and do that. I may set up a whole generator setup. I think that'll be my next goal, is doing the setup for that. Alright, so we need to make a spooky. Oh wait, I have the spooky saplings downstairs. Yep, I have a spooky sapling. I'm just gonna grow some more spooky sapling, get some spooky wood. We should put some stone into the other stonery. Let's just get a stack of that. So here's our spooky fire. There's our spooky stuff. Cool. Pink? No pink. Dang it. Oh well. I'm really trying hard to get my watering can upgraded, but it is sheer luck. I need a single item, which will let me upgrade it. The little pink powder will come off of the Mystic Agriculture plants. I am one short. Yeah, so like there's two ways that you can produce a pretty good amount of power earlier on. And I can either grow potatoes and oh yeah, I always have to throw one in. You can either grow potatoes and then use it with the mechanism version, which is making ethylene and then using the gas burner in mechanism. And it's a pretty good power supply and I like it a lot. But I'm trying to do things differently, so this time I'm going to do the advanced generator, I think. Which I'll still make the ethylene via potatoes. But then I will put it into that and it will be good. Nope, wrong thing. There we go. There's my spooky sapling. Alright. But right now, I'm kind of just like winding down for the stream. I'm pretty tuckered today, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. But that's the goals for tomorrow. I think tomorrow's stream is going to be Deep Rock Galactic, because I've been wanting to play the new stuff now that it's had an update, and apparently had a real big influx of people due to a HoloLive VTuber playing it, which cool. Always up for more miners in Deep Rock Galactic. I'm just gonna throw them all in. It's always cool to have more people playing Deep Rock Galactic for sure. So I look forward to that. It's either going to be that or Skull, which also had a massive balance upgrade and stuff, as well as pretty much a hard mode added on. But yeah, so tomorrow's looking good. But for right now, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream here. I'm really tuckered tonight, so just going to go ahead and call it there before I bore you guys. But thank you all for coming, and have a good one. Bye-bye now.